Yeah, welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast live. So obviously there wasn't a show yesterday on Sunday morning as there normally is, but we got it, and here we are to replace that show for you with a special Monday night episode. How's everybody doing? Transformer, you're back. What's going on, brother?
Hey, man, all is well. I'm blessed.
Yeah.
I'm alive.
I'm
here. Praise Allah.
That's it. I'm doing it.
No, I've been good, man. Been good, man. Wife turned 37 yesterday. So, we spent the weekend. Yes, sir. So salute to my wife. Happy birthday. Well, belated now. It was yesterday. Yes. So that's why we didn't have the show yesterday, guys. So I apologize that my wife has a birthday on that day, but I'm not sorry about it.
Right. Sorry, man.
But and other than that, just had a lot of the other things. Work got in the way a lot this past couple of weeks, man. But I thank you guys for loving me, man, loving and missing me. And I've been hearing the comments. I've been reading the comments, checking out you guys in the reaction, man. I know you guys miss me, man. So I'm back. I'm here.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Let me give a shout out to our members of the channel, man. Shout out Laker Nation. Shout out Chief Sid Bubba. What's going on, my brother? How are you? Shout out to them boys from Annapolis. Shout out to It's Not That Serious. Shout out to my main guy Bruce from Baltimore. What's going on? There we go. I have nothing to say.
I still have 200 and something days to go.
That's it. So I gotta show that respect for that butt cutting.
Boy.
But no, it's good to have you back. Yeah, man. I mean, but that's what rivalries do, right? Rivalries breed that kind of thing, man. So,
Absolutely, man. What's going on, Steve? Twizzler is back. Yes, the Twizzler's here. Twizzler's here, man.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna hit the little spiel and then we'll go ahead and get started. This is not gonna be one of these all-nighter shows tonight, y'all. We're not doing that. But we do have some good topics for y'all. If you're watching here on YouTube, make sure you go ahead, click that subscribe, that like, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept aware anytime we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio-only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast, and we should come right up. If you enjoy the content as you listen, make sure you give us a like, a 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. And write it down, put it in your phones, make a note of it. The Format Podcast is live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. And finally, if you're really and truly enjoying the podcast and you want to help the show continue to grow, make sure you go ahead, click that join button, join the channel. We're going to have some exclusive content just for you. Yes. All right, let's what you got, man?
Oh, just for you. I was doing just for you. Bam. Just for our viewers. Yeah.
No doubt. All right, y'all. Well, let's rock and roll, man. We're gonna start it off with some quick hits. Transformer, you first, man.
Oh, me first? Why I gotta be on me? I guess because I came back, huh?
There you go.
Yeah. So
people want to hear you, man.
Yeah, no, all good, all love. So, the Pelicans are in the news in the last couple of hours. Why? Well, not because they're a threat in the playoffs. They're not going to be in the playoffs this postseason, but due to a few injuries to a few certain players, one big name player by the name of Zion Williamson is now being shut down for the rest of the season, along with CJ McCollum. If you don't know already, Zion Williamson has been battling a back contusion over the last couple of weeks. So they're going to, opt to sit him out for the rest of the season, which is about roughly 8 to 10 games remaining in the season, which would put him at 30 games total played this year. CJ McCollum also having a foot contusion, so they're resting him as well. So the Pelicans are going to be without 2 of their stars for the remainder of the year. That being said, Zion Williamson now truly only has 1 season where he's surpassed 70 games in the whole season. Second most he's played was 61. Third most in the last 6 years, has now been eclipsed this year at 30. Welcome to the league. Zion Williamson. He's 24, about to be 25 years old. And out of 6 seasons, 1 he did not play. So 5 total years of play. he's only surpassed 60 games twice. Bruce, your thoughts?
I'm going to keep it simple, man. I'm not going to take a shot at Zion here. I'm not going to take a shot at McCollum. I believe he's a consummate professional, CJ McCollum. I'm just going to say, for all of y'all who tell me that today's athletes are so much superior, shut your mouth and go somewhere, man. Don't tell me that. Today's athletes are so much better, but they can't make it through a season in an era and a league that's so much less physical. I don't want to hear it.
Fair. This is what you get when you have such a freakish athlete at the weight that he was. And a lot of players, including most notably mentioned Charles Barkley, with the similar frame, similar type of play style. Not to say he was anywhere near as athletic as Zion Williamson was as far as the hopping ability.
Yes,
I'm just as far as the hopping ability. Charles wasn't windmilling that thing from damn near the free throw line, but
yes, Charles was booming.
Charles was a beast. Charles was a beast, but I mean the hopping ability. Notice I said hopping ability. Charles wasn't getting up like that.
I think
Charles
this
knows
is
that
for another Day.
What?
Chuck
Even Charles said I'm not jumping that high.
No, Chuck was up. All right, but let's go.
But this is what you get, man, when you don't listen early. You don't listen early to the veterans that have been here, done that, and especially one with a similar body type like Charles Barkley, who said it himself, like, yo, look, your body at that size, at that weight, and the things that you do, it's not going to sustain. It's just not going to sustain. It's not going to be healthy for the longevity of your career. As we know, Zion, fat. Well, actually, right now he's thick. I mean, now granted, Zion Williamson did lose some weight this year.
He lost a lot of weight, man.
He lost a lot of weight this year. I think he's under 280. I want to say reports of it.
He had gotten down to like low 260s at one point.
Okay, he got low this year. He got low, so he
because remember his money is also tied up in the weight. He's got weight clauses.
He has weight clauses. Correct. So but the damage has already kind of been done, right? This year it was a back contusion, so nothing that he's dealt with often before. The knees, the ankles, the foot, but all of that adds up. Speaking from a veteran who's been in the league, been in the military service, been a personal trainer, physical fitness for over 15 years, right?
Right.
Those ailments start to add up, especially when you're a professional athlete. And so the damage has been done to Zion so early in his career that now everything's going to hurt. It's only a matter of time before he gets hurt again. Hint, Anthony Davis, through the nagging injuries that they just seem they can't play through these days, or which could lead to bigger injuries. So that's the news I got, man. I'm gonna make this a quick hit. I'm not going to drag that topic on, but they are officially sitting down for the rest of the season.
There you go. So quick hit number 2. I wanted to briefly touch on this one. So we know that quarterback is the most important position in the game of football. Maybe the most important position in all of American professional team sports. Maybe the most important position in all of sports, period, right? Being a quarterback, because you touch the ball on every play. You have to make these decisions. And oftentimes you can have a good team, but if you don't have a quarterback, then that it's just not going to – you're not going to get where you need to be. So anyway, I just saw this pop up like right before we got on, and it says, this is on ESPN.com, Cleveland Browns co-owner Jimmy Haslam on Monday called the team's trade for quarterback Deshaun Watson a big swing and miss. And I'm pretty sure I've said it on this show that that's arguably the worst trade and the worst contract in NFL history. $230 million fully guaranteed, every penny. And, that was the desperation of Cleveland. At least as an ownership group, they tried to do something, right? That was the desperation, trying to get a quarterback who could really be the guy that was going to change the direction of the franchise. So they traded for him, and it was crazy because Rise Harris, what's going on? I think you're new. I haven't seen you before. Make sure you hit that like. I appreciate you.
I want to be like Mike. Pow, huh? Name the movie. In the
greatest campaign ever. I don't know what movie that is, but anyway, so Deshaun Watson, he got that deal, and it was crazy because it was in the midst of him coming off injury. It was in the midst of the whole massage gate or whatever you want to call it, right?
Oh God,
that whole thing. Yeah, right. That whole scandal. So there's a lot going on there, and Cleveland was desperate, and so they traded for him. They gave him all the money, and since then he has started 19 games because of suspension and injuries. Has one of the lowest total QBRs in the NFL, and has had consecutive season-ending injuries in 2023 and 2024. So I think he's rehabbing a torn Achilles right now, and
Correct.
He's going to get every single penny. I think he made like $46 million last year. So this is crazy. Now, real quick, when he was in Houston before everything broke out, he was one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He was like a top 7 guy.
Correct.
He had a Steve. Deshaun Watson had some really good years in Cleveland, and he just had a lot of promise ahead of him. But I believe his NFL career is pretty much over. I don't think we'll ever see that version of Deshaun Watson ever again. But
absolutely not. No.
At least he's getting his money. But on the Cleveland side, man, horrible deal. And I thought I've never heard an owner come out and admit that, it's a big swing and miss.
A huge swing and a miss. I'm looking at some numbers, and when I tell you they're not sexy, they're absolutely not sexy. What was this contract again? Say it again, Bruce, please.
$230 million fully guaranteed.
$230 million fully guaranteed. That is a 5-year deal, right? This is 2025, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So he signed this deal in 2022. So that's 3 years. 3 years. Okay. So that's on 5-year average of 230 is what? Quick maths.
5, little 45 and change.
45 and change. So $45 million a year.
Yeah.
2002, 2003, 2004. 3 years. I want you to hear me out. Cleveland Browns record in 2002 was 7-10. That was his first year as a Cleveland Brown. Passing leader. You want to know who it was?
Who?
Jacoby Brissett.
Oh. Well, I think that
Brissett.
first year he had that 11-game suspension, right? Commissioner's exempt.
Suspension.
Okay.
Granted. His completion percentage, 58.2, 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 79.1 quarterback rating. Okay? Fast forward, 2023. You want to know Cleveland Browns record?
Was it?
11-6.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
You want to know who the leading passer was?
Who was the leading passer?
The old and body, the dinosaur.
January.
Joe Flacco. January Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
January Joe Flacco.
And then threw like 4 or 5 picks in that playoff game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So in 2003, the exact same season, Deshaun Watson, 1,115 yards, 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 84.3 quarterback rating. $45 million goes down the drain again. 2024. You want to know what their record was?
What was their record, Transformer?
3-14. You want to know who the passing leader was?
Who was the passing leader, Transformer?
Jameis Winston.
Famous Jameis.
Old crab leg Winston. W. Eaton Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston was your leader. You want to know what his stats were? Boy, I feel like I'm repeating myself. 1,148 yards.
There you go.
5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 79.0 quarterback rating.
Yeah.
45 on the average. Let's just say 45 is the average. For 3 seasons, you paid him for 5. He's not eclipsed 1,200 yards in either season he's played in, whether it's due to injury, whether it's due to suspension, whether it's due to a multitude of other things. You paid this guy a guaranteed amount of $230 million. He's never been your passing leader. He doesn't equate to winning for your football team. And you traded pieces away to get him. So let's not forget that part. So before you had to obtain and pay him $230 million, you had to trade pieces away to obtain said Deshaun Watson.
That's right.
never been your passing leader, never eclipsed over 1,200 yards. 1,200 yards is a backup's number. That's backup. That's your backup quarterback after your starter got hurt for 6-7 games or something like that. Make that make sense, Cleveland. Yes, that's a huge swing and a miss. No shit.
Yeah.
No shit. That's a swing and a miss.
Probably the worst contract in history.
The worst contract / worst trade / worst boy.
Acquisition, yeah, it's just terrible.
It was just terrible. These guys physically, mentally went backwards after Baker Mayfield for 4 consecutive seasons. We're their passing leader as a quarterback. One playoff berth. And mind you, Cleveland Browns did make the playoffs last year, not this past season, but 2 seasons ago. But that wasn't Deshaun Watson.
It was
that was the dinosaur from Baltimore.
January Joe.
That was January Joe, who led the Cleveland Browns to your only playoff appearance while you're paying $45 million per year for a guy to be at home. I rest my case. I rest it.
And there is the quick hit. Those are the quick hits, I should say. Yeah, that was pretty bad, I gotta say.
That's awful. When you look at it like that, as a Cleveland Brown fan, I'm wearing a paper bag for the next 20 years.
Very bad.
I just need to see something beautiful. We make it to the Super Bowl, I'll take it off.
That's why they need to draft Shedeur, because they need a quarterback now.
They're pick 3? I think they're pick number 3?
2. Giants are at 3.
Giants are okay. Yeah, you're right. Giants are at 3. Wow. They get Shedeur.
Yeah. Or they could have Carter, have him on one side, Myles Garrett on the other. But you need a quarterback. So
I wouldn't want that kid to be there. That franchise is a quarterback killing franchise. It's like they're just doomed to fail. Like the Cleveland Browns are like they're what their name are. The brown stuff that's in your pants. If you lose control of your bowels, that's what they are, man. So I rest my case, man. Let's move on.
Let's do it. Those
are quick hits, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, not a good look. All right, y'all. This is what we've been waiting for. Let's get to the first topic here, and we're gonna get right to it. We're not even gonna wait till the third topic like we normally do. So, as you guys know, I did a ton of work last week, basically over the last 2 weeks, regarding this Stephen A. Smith, LeBron James thing. Transformer was not around for most of that for varying reasons. And so I know a lot of you have been waiting to hear him weigh in on this thing. Pretty sure he's had a chance to hear all my ranting and raving and on the topic. And, like we said, what is this made? 12, 14 hours of content, that topic alone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot, but I mean,
counting because we're talking about it now.
Right. Obviously, yeah. I mean, there's been a lot to say. A lot of people have had a lot to say. Charles Barkley, Michael Wilbon, of course, Stephen A. and LeBron themselves, Pat McAfee, Kendrick Perkins, all the independent content creators. Everybody in the world has had a lot to say regarding Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James and their whatever you want to call it. But we have now heard from the man, the myth, the legend himself, the Transformer. So I'm going to sit back, relax, and I'm going to let him give you his thoughts on this whole thing. Let's go.
I appreciate that so much, Bruce. Appreciate that so much. So let me do me a favor. So I don't look biased. Go ahead and okay. All right. Let me go ahead and switch out hats, because I don't want to seem one-sided here. Let me make my point, my opening segue to this conversation. I'm neither going to side with Stephen A. and I'm not going to side with LeBron James. Why? I feel both are being petty children right now. I feel that they're both being petty children. Now, I will talk about both, and I'm going to give you guys a brief rundown on how I came to said conclusion. Stephen A. Fast forward even more. LeBron James has a son by the name of LeBron Ramon James Jr., a.k.a. Bronny. Since high school, been promoting him, been behind his firstborn. He went to USC, had a scare of cardiac arrest on the court. Heart stopped beating, technically declared dead, returned back to life. Life-changing moment. You're a father. He continued to play for USC. Due to nepotism, you manipulated a lot of circles, a lot of conversations was had to get your son to where he was at, to be drafted at the 55th pick in the 2025, what was that? 2024 NBA draft. So that starts that. Bronny is now still your son. However, he's an NBA athlete. He's a professional. He signed his name on a dotted line. Granted, it's your name, but it's different when you put junior. Two different persons, two different people. LeBron Senior. Let me just say LeBron Senior. Okay, so he's a grown man. He should be able to fend for himself, right? However, I do understand, because I do look at LeBron James's history on how he was upbrought. Single mother, no father, no guider to show a man what it takes to, do it on his own. Like, be your own man. There you go. Be your own man. So I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm just giving my clarity on, I see why he does certain things for his son, because you want to protect him, right? I'm not here to tell the man how to be a father. I'm a father of 3. I just see a different way. I see a different view, as of Bruce does. He's a father of 2, 3, 2. Oldest daughter and his son, who's probably listening to me right now in the house if he's not sleeping. All right. So throughout the course of Bronny's career, he's been scrutinized, criticized for his play or lack thereof in the G League, in NBA games, and most importantly, it was criticized by a guy named Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith is a journalist. Journalism is a part of his job. Journalism, I looked up the definition. Excuse me. I had my notes here. Definition of sports journalism. I'm sports journalist. A journalist who specializes, Jesus Christ, in covering news, events, and stories related to the world of sports, working across various media formats like print, broadcast, and online. So I think Bronny fits that criteria. Bronny is a professional NBA player who was drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers, the biggest franchise in NBA. So yes, Stephen A. has a right to talk about him. So where does Bron come back into this? Stephen A. Smith starts to indirectly address LeBron James as a father, mentioning words such as a father, if I was the father, being the father, right? Those words were said. Now I see a part of what Stephen A. is trying to say, but intent only matters to the person receiving said information. Intent only matters to the person receiving the information. So, of course, LeBron saw that as you telling me how to be a daddy on national TV. You're criticizing me as a father, as a parent on national television. You, the biggest face in sports journalism, criticizing not my play that you've done for the 21 years of your career. 21 years of my career. I believe Stephen A. has been in the business about 26, 27 years, give or take a couple of years, right? So you're now addressing me as a father. As I said, a sports journalist is a journalist who specializes in covering news events and stories related to the world of sports, working across various media formats like print, broadcast, and online. You're not a therapist, Stephen A. You're not a therapist. That's left to therapists, or whatever you want to call your counselors, and such in that category. Let me just put it right there. Right. So What does LeBron do in response to Stephen A's comments repeatedly addressing his fatherhood? LeBron James in the middle of a game, I believe we were playing. Ooh, don't give me the line, Bruce. Can you remember? Was it the Heat? No, not the Heat. New York.
Yes.
New York Knicks. Okay. Playing the New York Knicks. This is where I disagree with LeBron. Brian, you're in the middle of a game. Third quarter. We're about to enter the toughest stretch in our team. I believe the second worst schedule in the NBA at that time. Right? LeBron James, you're the leader. You're the face of the Los Angeles Lakers currently. Mm-hmm. Even with Luka Doncic being there, you're the face of the Los Angeles Lakers currently. You decided to make it more about you than the team during the game. Now, if this was halftime, if this was before the game, if this was after the game, all fair. Cool beans. All is easy. During a timeout, what are timeouts typically called for? To bring the team together, put them in the huddle. Let's re-strategize the game plan that we're currently using, make our adjustments. We get back on the court, and we try to apply said information that was given in the huddle. You walked away from that huddle. So now you're not even a part of the Los Angeles Lakers at this time. Now, granted, we won that basketball game. So I guess in hindsight 2020, you wouldn't know, right? Probably wouldn't. You're like, I ain't have no effect on the game. We won, right? That's not the point. We were in the middle of the game. You decided to go address a sports public figure as a sports journalist during a timeout. That's not the place to do it, Brian. Plenty of ways you could have done it. Now, the way you walked up on him during a timeout, but nobody would have saw that coming. Nobody. I'm pretty sure JJ Redick, he's not going to talk about it, but he was upset with that. Like, come on, man, what are you doing? Could have did that after the game. Could have did that during halftime. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I disagree with LeBron James, not why he did it, how you did it. There's a way to do things, right? You could have approached him at any point in time. And I know Stephen A. said he could have called him. That's not Bron's MO. You got to be deep in the circle to get to LeBron James. You could talk to Maverick Carter. You could talk to Rich Paul. You could talk to his friends, Chris Paul, Carmelo, Dwayne. You can call them, but you're not going to get in touch with LeBron directly unless he wants you to. Mm-hmm. That's how tight that man's circle is. Kudos to that. So LeBron James did what he did that night. Stephen A. This is where I started to have the problem. No, I'll take that back. I didn't have a problem with Stephen A. at this point. Stephen A. still in the clear. Stephen A. has a right to respond. LeBron James didn't give him that response, didn't allow him that chance to respond on that day. He said what he said. Chest big. I'm 6'8", standing over you. You heard what I said. I'm going to walk away. Mm-hmm. Stephen A. never got his chance.
Right.
Stephen A. comes on a show 2 days later and now addresses publicly the confrontation because now there's video that has been surfaced. We're watching it on social media. It's across all the airwaves, right? So everybody knows about this said situation. Now we're getting to hear Stephen A's side of what was said, right? In all fairness, he has a right to respond. He just didn't have the time to do it there. You responded, Stephen A. You gave your take, Stephen A. Let it be over. LeBron said what he said. You said what you said in your response. Done deal. Okay, this is where my problem with Stephen A. starts to occur. You said what you said on First Take. Boom, 20-minute segment. You talked 20 minutes is a lot more than the time frame that LeBron James was in your face and said what he said. So you had time and you had the delivery to justify what you were saying, how you were saying it, your point, your stance. Let that be it. Let that be it. Instead, Stephen A. goes on his show. He has a podcast. I believe it's called the Stephen A. Smith Show. I believe that's what it's called.
Yeah.
He addresses it again, right? This time in a more vulgar term, because on ESPN, on the sports network, you got to abide by, what is it, FBA, CBA?
FCC.
FCC. There you go. FCC airwaves.
Mm-hmm.
Plus it's owned by Disney. So you gotta talk a certain way. So now Stephen A goes and he talks a certain way on his show, airs it out. Okay. All right. Granted, Stephen A, you got to the point where you addressed it as yourself, as Stephen A. Smith, because this is your show now on YouTube. Let it be done, Stephen A. No. A week later, Stephen A. Smith goes on Gil's Arena and he addresses it a third time.
Can I, real quick? I'm letting you cook because you're cooking. The only thing I'll say is, so obviously the first take, and then often we see him expound on something he talked about on First Take later in the day on the Stephen A. Smith show, as you said, because he can really say what he wants to say. Then the second time he addressed it was the following Monday, because he saw Richard Jefferson and the conversation they had prior to the Celtics game, in which the Celtics, whooped up on the Lakers. But anyway, I'm messing with you. But no, in all seriousness, he addressed it then because I guess more people were talking about it. And then that third time you just referenced was following the D Wade and Carmelo Anthony on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the fourth time, I see why you're getting annoyed. Fourth time was on Gil's Arena, but you knew they were going to ask him about it. So what was he going to do? Go on there and not talk about it? But go ahead, brother. Pick up where you left off.
Interviewing.
Yes,
they
sir.
typically have conversations before we go live.
Yeah.
Right? Stephen A. could have easily said, leave that LeBron thing alone. Easily said it. Stephen A., you are the biggest face in journalism in sports. You could have said, or he could have said, hey, keep it brief. Keep it. We're going to keep this brief. Boom, be done with it. Because, this is your show. I'm here for you. This is your show. I want to support you in your channel. Right.
Right.
Then it gets vulgar again to where you're diving into more detail for the fourth time.
You're right.
Talking about it.
You're right.
So,
I agree.
So that's where I'm like, okay, Stephen A. Eventually, you keep knocking on the door. Somebody's going to answer the door.
Yeah, facts.
Somebody's going to open the door.
Great
right?
point. Mm-hmm.
So a week goes by. LeBron James goes on a Pat McAfee show and addresses what Stephen A. has been saying.
He addressed a lot of things.
Addressed a lot of things, but I'm just going to stick to Stephen A.
Got you.
He goes into his soliloquy and takes childish jabs. I would say petty jabs at Stephen A. Calling him going on the Taylor Swift tour, talking about this over and over and over. The man is probably sitting at home in his tighty whities.
Yeah, that was
sitting at home in his tighty whities, salivating over. Oh, he's talking about me again.
Big pause.
Big pause. Meanwhile, Skip Bayless is over there like, I've been doing this for 20 years and I've never gotten LeBron James to say something to me or mention my name. I know Skip was pissed. I know he was. I know he's furious over there. Man might end up having a stroke just over the quality of content that Stephen A. Smith is getting off of LeBron James. And be honest with you, Skip Bayless was a much worse critic than on LeBron James than Stephen A. Smith. Skip Bayless has recently decided to give a little bit more credit to what LeBron James has been doing for his career. Meanwhile, Stephen A. has been more even kilter, always labels Jordan the GOAT,
right? And
now has LeBron James as the second best player of all time. That's his opinion.
He gives him a lot of props, though.
Gives him a lot of props. That's why I say he's even kilter. He's gonna acknowledge what LeBron did, but he ain't the GOAT yet. No, he's not the GOAT. That guy's 23, bald guy, dark skin, played for North Carolina. That guy, that guy right there, right? So that, in all fairness, now we get into the petty jabs. LeBron James, the tighty whities, Taylor Swift tour, and all of the jazz.
Right.
My God, here we go. We're gonna keep going, right? Stephen A. Smith uses words that LeBron James never said. the words or commentary now getting physical, right? LeBron James never said anything about getting physical. He said what he said. He made his little petty jabs because I'm tired of you talking about me. One, like, bro, it was I talked to you for 20 seconds. You gave your response. Cool, let that be it. Done deal, right? No, Stephen A. responds saying, "Well, if he would have touched me or pushed me or something like that, I would have I would have had to hit him." Right?
Can I just interject real quick there?
Okay, go ahead.
Right. So the thing that's kind of irking me about that, everybody is playing Stephen A. Smith for that, but everybody's leaving out conveniently the part where Stephen A. said, let me clarify that quote for you. He said, if LeBron had put his hands on me, pardon the language, y'all, I would have got my ass kicked. Because if he had put his hands on me, I would have swung. So he's acknowledging he would have got bodied. He's acknowledging that part. But at the same time, as a man, if somebody put their hands on you, big, small, in between, you have to respond if you can, right?
No, absolutely.
Why are we acting like Stephen A. is so wrong for saying, I'm not saying you, but a lot of people are acting like Stephen A. is wrong for saying that. But he's acknowledging, like, I wouldn't have had a chance to win, but I would have had to attempt to defend myself. You see what I'm saying?
Why bring it up? LeBron didn't threaten you. He didn't ball his fist up like he was going to hit you. That's my point. Like, of course, anybody, unless you're Stevie Wonder and you can't even see these two gentlemen, you would know that LeBron James, 6'8", 240, this man runs through the NBA like a freight train. Stephen A. Smith is pushing 60 years old, right? Torn rotator cuff, all types of jazz going on with his body. Nobody would have thought that it would be fair. It would have been more worse on LeBron if something like that would happen. Been far worse, far worse. Lawsuit, suspension, all types of jazz. If LeBron James was even engaged, touch Stephen A. Right? Why bring it up, Stephen A? Get out of the comments. Stop listening to the public. Right? LeBron James never said nothing about touching you, harming you. He just said, bro, stop talking about whatever he said. Stop talking about my son like that. Stop talking about me. Whatever he said. Stop bringing the personal matters into the game of basketball. Words. There was nothing physical about what LeBron did. His approach was there. I mean, it's kind of hard to hide 6'8". Yeah, it's kind of hard to hide that. I mean, the man's 6'8". He is who he is.
Well, remember, you and I just talked maybe about a week ago about people walking up in your circle. You don't know what someone's going to do. Now, I'm not saying we assume that LeBron was going to get physical. And again, let's be clear, guys. We are not advocating for powerful brothers or brothers, period, to be on TV fighting.
That's not at all.
Saying.
Not at all.
If somebody walks up on you with aggression and seemingly rage, you don't know what they're going to do and immediately get into your space. So there's that part. But go ahead.
Fair. LeBron James in the middle of a basketball game. Stephen A. That man ain't finna put his hands on you. Hey, LeBron, I will give LeBron this. LeBron is one of the most smartest individuals of controlling his character off the court that I've ever seen. One of the smartest individuals when it comes off that court. If it ain't got nothing to do with stats and gameplay, that man LeBron is great at what he does in his image off that court.
Yeah,
that man ain't finna put his hands on you, Stephen A.
No.
Nobody said anything in that breath but us, viewers, spectators in the comments saying, damn, man, I should have put his hands on. He could have hit you, could have did this, could have did that. Stephen A., that's not your job. You're a sports journalist. More sports analyst. Like, there's detailed information that you verify your sources, verify this was said, what's going on. There's research involved when your job, right? The comments ain't research, brother. It's not. So why even go there? Right? Why even entertain that type of conversation? Again, my problem with Stephen A. on that, right? So we continue to go. Stephen A. responds again. rightfully so, I guess, on First Take for about 20 consecutive minutes. This time, this is where I agree with Stephen A.
Until
for most of it.
Yeah.
All right. The way LeBron has been carrying himself and such and such and such and all that.
Mhm.
Where he went when he went left and went wrong.
Mhm.
When you made it truly personal. When you stepped out of the bounds of a sports journalist and you started trying to attack him as a person and his image off the court. Bringing up the dead. Rest in peace, Bean. Vanessa Bryant and that family ain't got nothing to do with you and LeBron James. So not only to bring that up and be wrong about information that was put out 5 years ago. Your job as a journalist is to verify your research.
Facts.
Verify what you're talking about. Bro, you on live network, $100 million for 4 years. You're in front of millions of people.
Yeah.
Bro.
I've been guilty of it too. Right here. I have been guilty on it as well.
Like, bro.
Of verifying information and saying the wrong thing. That's a fact.
You're trying to cut this man deep to give that jab back because you can't think of funny puns to give him back for the posting of the video that you publicly put. So that's not really getting personal because you post that video. Yeah, you posted that video of you boxing. That was just in response of, you saying it could have been a fight. Okay, he just said wop wop wop, man. Funny jab, right? But you took it personal when you got to now saying he's not at a man's funeral. Why wasn't he there? Now you're bringing Dwayne Wade and his family into it. He wasn't at the Hall of Fame ceremony. Why he took a flight. He took a business trip. That don't have nothing to do with sports. Nothing at all.
Agreed. I agree with you. And yeah, he probably shouldn't have taken it there. The only thing I can think about is with the amount of conditioning that LeBron has managed to do and the way he has perfectly, worked his image over all these years, Stephen A is trying to show people at this point, like, yo, this dude is not the dude you think he is. You're getting on me. He's not the dude. But at the same time, the bigger problem is if you're Stephen A, you can't expect to do that now. And you're one of the biggest cogs in the apparatus that created all this. So I'm with you, Transformer. And again, let me be clear. Let me be clear as well. In terms of what you said about not vetting information, I have been guilty of it myself, and it's a terrible thing. It's not respectable of journalistic principles and practices. I've done it as well, man. And you feel bad. You do.
We're human. Now, granted, Stephen A. in response, Oh, yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I think I cut you off. What'd you say?
My bad. No, I was just saying real quick. We are human, but guys like him who is so experienced in this, guys like me who have done it obviously on a much lower level, we're supposed to know better. We went to school for this. We've done this. We're not supposed to just take stuff, go out there, say it, run with it without checking it. So I totally agree with you, Transformer. So I'm putting it out there that I have done it as well, and I've been wrong too. So
fair. Yeah, because as a journalist, especially at that level, right? This man is the face of First Take, right? You would think you got a team of younger analysts, future journalists, interns or such that can go and be like, hey, man, verify that this man been to this funeral because this isn't the first time Stephen A. has said this. He said it in 2023. So again, verify that. You in 2023 when you said it, you could have verified, verify he was there. Verify he was there because LA Times reported in 2020.
That's right.
He could have just found an article in LA Times. They mentioned LeBron James was in attendance at the funeral. It chose not to be publicized of being there. They saw him. Nobody else at the funeral the memorial said anything about Bron not being there. So you can't. There was nothing for you to, no reason to bring that up, right? I get into this. types of coverage for sports journalists ranges from play-by-play reporting and game summaries to analysis and investigative reporting. That's not your lane, Stephen A. Now you're going outside of it. When you're addressing, like when you're bringing up stuff like that. What make me felt even worse about what Stephen A was saying. This is where you can't go in the same breath, in the same sentence and say, I never wanted to bring this up, or I could have brought this up, and then state every damn thing.
Yeah, I didn't.
You've been trying to say.
Yeah,
I didn't want to say.
Yeah.
I'm like, again, now it's personal for you because you're going against now your own code of I wouldn't have said this because of where I'm at, my network and stuff like that, and FCC airwaves, but I never said anything about why you wouldn't hit. Like, come on, man. Come on, bro. Everything you said up until that point, Stephen A., you were right. You were right. You had a point. You were driving it home. You was driving, but that cop caught you at the last red light before you pulled up to get to the house.
Yeah.
It caught you. You was cruising. I'm like, okay, what everything you're saying about LeBron, fair. Everything you're saying about LeBron's fair. I'm like, okay, I can see that. More, it's more about him, his image, boom, boom, boom. I don't know about the way he treats black meat. I don't understand that when, most of his camp is, guys he played with who are all black that he's put in major positions to be very, very successful. So I don't understand that. Maybe it's something that we don't know. I know Stephen A said something previously about other sports shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything.
That was frustrating to me as well, that whole business of, things you've done to other black media members. And then, y'all don't know the half. Oh, y'all don't know. Well, don't bring it up if you're not going to tell us. I didn't like that. I didn't like that either. Even if you say, a source told me or, blah, blah, right? You put it out there. You don't have to put where you got it from.
No, could have said a source.
I didn't like that at all. So I'm a Transformer.
Because as a journalist
in this,
go ahead. What was the last part you said?
I was saying Stephen A was far from perfect in this. I didn't like some of the, I do lean towards him in this whole thing. I didn't like the way, but he's far from perfect. Yeah,
and this is where I like I said, I disliked it because, like I said, it got to him so bad that he went out of his element. Stephen A is one hell of a journalist, one hell of a sports analyst. Been doing this for over 25 years. That's over a quarter of a century. The man is great at his job. Yeah. I'm not saying that he's not. I'm not going to say I'm going to stop watching him. The man put out a segment tomorrow. I'm watching it. The man is great at what he does. But when it gets outside of your realm of now you're trying so hard to come back at a person or an individual, and could have been LeBron James, could have been freaking Isaiah Stewart. We're going to talk about him later. It could have been about him, but you're going so hard to get out of that element just to attack a person. That's not your lane. Everything you said was fair because you're responding to what LeBron James said, but now you're trying to get a little bit too personal. And now it's blowing into a sense like, okay, now this is distasteful and it's just getting petty. LeBron James is posting petty videos. Yeah, making petty comments. Your tidy whities was crazy work. He talked about Stephen A. Smith. Funny, but like I said, for LeBron, that was petty. It was petty. Yeah. He could have said everything else he said, but now you're taking those petty jabs. To get the clicks up. Get us more into it. But now it's getting a little bit more personal when you're starting to now engage on personal matters, bringing up the dead, involving other parties that are not involved in y'all's beef. This is between y'all. This ain't got nothing to do with Vanessa Bryant and her family, and Talia Bryant and all them. It got nothing to do with them. It ain't got nothing to do with Dwayne Wade and them. Even though Dwayne Wade said his piece about it on the show with Melo, that's all he said. He gave his response. Dwayne Wade leaned on you like, hey, I'm cool with both of them. Right. I agree with what Stephen A did. In the same breath, he like, hey, but honestly, LeBron did what most of us been wanting to do all these years. Walk up on one of y'all and you know what I'm saying? But the thing about everybody's like, man, you just don't walk up on somebody like that. Stephen A. been asking people to do this for years.
So, but you know, it's the difference though. And yes, that's true. You know where to find me.
Yeah,
you know where
to find me. I'm at the game. You didn't say nothing at the game.
And I'm good with that transformer. The only thing I'll say is to the point that you made earlier, you walking up on somebody again, we know LeBron is calculated. He did it at a time that he knew Stephen A. would not have the opportunity to respond to him.
Yeah, in a timeout, because that's not a lot of time.
Cowards do, young disciple. That is what cowards do. You're right. He made sure he walked up on him during, a 30-second period of time so he could come out, verbally lambaste him, and then walk away. And Stephen A. never got the opportunity to respond. Right?
Yeah.
So that's not, because if you're trying to hash it out man to man, right?
That's what I didn't like about Bron.
Yeah.
I'm like, Bron, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
One, Bron is a very, very private person.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very private when it comes to family matters and, things like that off the court, whatever. Ain't got to do with basketball. LeBron's name is, most for the most part, not in it. You're not going to hear anything about him. That LeBron, bro, that's in the catwalk, not the catwalk, the tunnel. Pull him to the tunnel, man. No cameras, like, bro.
Right.
Hash that out, conversation, bro. And at that point, we don't see it, so we can't judge it. But Stephen A. probably would have said the next day on the show, me and LeBron had a conversation.
I'm not going to tell
point.
Dead, but
exactly, because that's not our business. It's not our business. But you can tell us the summary of like, okay, the end all be all. This is his view. I said what I said, and this could have been done. That's the part I didn't like when LeBron did that. Because like I said, you didn't give Stephen A. a chance to respond. One, you're in the middle of a timeout, bro.
Yeah.
You're in the middle of a timeout.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, come over here. We're in the middle of a game. The game is going. Why are you letting that get to you that much? When you have before the game, you got halftime, you got after the game. Stephen A. is there.
Yeah.
Stephen A. is there before the game. He's there during halftime, and he's there after the game. 1, 2, and 3. You had 3 opportunities, but Bron knew what he was doing. That man is a very, very calculated individual.
Absolutely.
When it comes to exposure, Bron is him. Bron is him, and he knew what he was doing. And that's the part that I just didn't agree with LeBron James, because he made it to what, I mean, he's this, I would say, the start of what it is now because of how you approached him. So, but yeah. But in all be all, so we can go ahead and move on off this topic. Like I said, there was things I distaste about both. There's things I distaste about LeBron. There's things I distaste about Stephen A. And you heard my piece, man. I'm right down the middle on it. I'm hoping that this is over.
I hope so.
I mean, like Stephen A. made his last point. If I'm LeBron and I'm not Mav Carter, Mav Carter is that's production. Rich Paul, whoever, come to LeBron, like, bro, don't even, because the media already backed up the Kobe thing. The media got on that ASAP. It was like, Stephen A. had to go on X and be like, yo, okay, after verifying, multiple sources, I was wrong. He was there.
But at least he did
my
that.
Bad. At least he did that. You know what I mean? Everything else I said was true. I'm still feel that way, but I was wrong about that. And kudos to Stephen A. for doing that. Because it takes a man, hey, I'm wrong. I was wrong. But like I said, that's when you're out of your element, because Stephen A., you're typically not wrong that badly to a point where you're addressing the dead now. You're addressing another family that's not even involved. You're putting other people inside of this situation, and you will way off, right? That's not even journalism no more. It's not even sports analyst no more. Now you're being more what they call them shows. You're being more in the drama.
Okay.
What would you say?
I was reality TV.
Reality TV. That's what I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
You're making it more reality TV when you're doing that.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Your job is based on factual information, stats, numbers, gameplay, video, footage, things of that nature. Now you're going to, talk about the Bryant family, the Wade family, who ain't got nothing to do with you.
Yeah. I liked Chief Sid Bubba said, I don't know how much you heard. He's called in a few times on this topic, and he was brilliant with it. He was one of the first ones to say that this thing is probably something that they worked out together behind the scenes way back.
Yeah, I heard that segment. Yeah, that was very good by him, Sid Bubba. But first of all, thank you, Chief. That was a good one, Chief.
Absolutely. And it makes a lot of sense, really, because we haven't even been talking about the NFL, right? The whole thing all year is this business of the NBA, the ratings are down, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? Like, everybody's been talking about the NBA
blew it up
3 weeks, right? So,
blew it up.
You never know if this was something that these guys say, you know what? But I'll tell you what would be the even bigger move, and then we'll open up the phone lines and take 2 calls. The bigger move would be, now that all this has gone down, they need to say, okay, we could really maximize it and get this money if we do a sit-down
interview.
So we do a sit-down together, hash this out, stand up, give each other a pound at the end, and we're two wealthy, successful brothers, and we hash it out publicly.
Mm-hmm.
We stereotypes, and we get all the attention, all the ratings, and the money. That would be a genius move.
Skip Bayless will jump off a bridge.
It's terrible, Transformer. You're terrible.
Skip is going to end this. What is it? The Skip Bayless show? Yeah. He's gonna cut that thing off. I quit. I quit.
Him and his Hazel.
I've been talking shit about LeBron for 20 years. He's never mentioned my name. He's never said nothing about me. He gave LeBron, he gave Stephen A. freaking segment on Pat McAfee's show, one of the biggest shows on his network. Like, what? Now he's having a sit-down interview. The second, because 20 years, rewind. Fast forward. Stephen A. was one of LeBron's first big interviews on ESPN.
I think, yeah.
So, like, bro. God,
yeah.
He go be pissed. But I wanted to mention this as well. Guys, we tried so hard. To just make a topic relevant for football. I know we love football. This man, Bruce, threw that quick hit on you. I was like, okay, at least I get an itch.
You needed some football so bad.
I needed it. Hey, Deshaun Watson, that was the worst thing ever for the Cleveland Browns. Brian, Transformer, elaborate on it.
Oh my goodness.
Pull up some stats, pull up some numbers. Let's talk about Joe Flacco. Let's oh my God. Let's talk about football.
Yeah, we need football bad.
We've been thirsty for it. I ain't gonna hold you. Me and Bruce had a conversation earlier. I'm doing my cardio at the gym, and I'm like, because he's at, we're discussing future topics, and first of all, members of the channel, we're working on some things for you guys as well. So do stay tuned. If you're not a member of the channel, go, man. Hey, become a member. We're doing a lot of things offline, not offline, but off of the lives that are, just content only for the members for the channel, taking their feedback and really diving into what the members want to hear from us. As me, Bruce, G, come up with most of the topics that we discuss. But as we were discussing topics, I'm like, yeah, we could talk this is happening. And I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, nothing football. Come on. Football. I was like, I need football. I was like, Bruce, help me. He was like, Transform, I feel you. He's like, I want to talk it so bad. He was like, I'm so sick of talking to this Stephen A. LeBron thing. I spent all week talking about it, and there's nothing happening in the NFL that's worth talking about right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we wanted to do that, man. So I like how Bruce kind of snuck that one in.
Yeah, I had to get that.
Let's talk about Deshaun Watson.
Let's go ahead and open up these phone lines, man. So before anybody, I want Young Disciple. Go ahead and call in. Everybody else hold up. After Young Disciple, we'll take one more call. But Young Disciple, you go ahead and you call, and let's get it, man.
Try to keep it professional. I know Young Disciple like to go ham.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hello?
Good evening, sir.
Hey, what's up, Bruce, bro? I need to holler at Transformer, though.
Carry on.
Hey, Transformer, bro. Hey, my nigga, this the first time I ever heard you do this, bro. And a lot of people like get caught up like and make the same like mistake, bro. Like you trying to show people, nigga, that you're not biased, bro. And this ain't really the time. I mean, you got your own opinion, that's cool, bro. But like this ain't really the time for that, bro. Like at the end of the day, like it's trying to be like just be 100% like real. Like you don't always have to find fault, nigga, in both to show that you're not being biased, big bro. But at the end of the day, bro, it wasn't a timeout, bro. Like that's not when that happened, bro. It happened between the third and fourth quarter, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
I'm saying it wasn't a timeout when this
I'm
transpired.
talking about the beginning of what you said. I don't get none of that.
Yeah, okay. What I'm saying is that the fault that you when you came out when you said you don't like you don't agree with either one of them, or you basically saying nigga they both was in the wrong. Nigga, I don't see how you could come to I don't see how you come to that conclusion though, bro. That's why I say listen, bro. I'm saying that this don't have nothing to do with you. I'm saying that it has more to do with you not wanting to look biased, bro. So to me, you're looking for things to say about Bron. But like I don't see anything from the time that the situation happened when Stephen A said that as a father shit, like to me that's where it started. Stop. Like I don't see how anybody is going past that. Like, as a father, you pleading with an NBA player to stop doing what he's doing as far as his child goes. And my thing is that if that's not something, like I'm saying, if that's something that's so universal or so common, why hasn't he ever said that about or said that to any other goddamn player? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like I see nothing. Okay, Transformer. I'm saying you see something wrong with him approaching Stephen A.
Yeah, yes. It's not the why. It's not the why. It's the how.
Like, bro, and that's the funny part. That's the tricky part right there, bro. Like, as a man, bro, if somebody comes out and says something to me that I deem disrespectful, bro, like, what I'm saying is that nobody else gets to dictate the how or the when. Like, the person that situation, the person that they got directed to, they get to choose that, bro. Like it wasn't no before the game because it already came out. He wasn't there before the game. You know what I'm saying? He didn't come. Stephen A. didn't arrive to the beginning of the second half. So that would be the first time that LeBron had the opportunity to motherfucking address the nigga.
Okay. Well, do me a favor, young disciple.
Look up. Oh, I know I can't say. I mean the N word. My bad.
No, I wasn't going to talk about that. But thank you though for acknowledging that. What's your name?
Young,
right? Mine is Brian. Brian, right? I'm my own man, bro. I come to my own conclusions. I've had my own experiences. I've had my own trials as a father, my own trials as a person, my own trials in my career. I came to my conclusion because that's how I truly feel. Ain't no need to be Bruce. No, I don't need to find a reason to be in the middle of this. I don't need to find a reason to come let me look at both sides.
Bro, we might
finish.
This was stuff, bro.
Could you let me finish?
You might be interpreting what I'm saying like different, bro. I'm not saying nothing like negative about you, bro. I'm saying it's the good guy in you. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. Maybe because I know my lingo and how I say stuff like a little bit different. But I'm not saying I'm not saying like nothing negative like towards the outcome or yeah. No, I'm not saying nothing about that. I'm saying that it's basically. I'm saying that Stephen A. is playing on the good guy in you, like because listen, bro. The LeBron versus Stephen A. bro, of course, on paper, bro, is lopsided, bro. Like it's very lopsided. Like is what I'm saying. I'm saying so trying to be objective about the situation, I think sometimes it can cloud your, like, you get what I'm saying? It's not nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with trying to see the good, like, in a person or the good in the situation or see it from a opposite point of view. That's not what I'm saying, bro. Like, I'm saying that on this one right here, bro, like, unless you're telling me that when he went to Pat McAfee, you had a problem with some of the responses he had, then it transform. I listen to you, bro. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like the dude that hosts the show, Bruce. Like I don't even. I'm just saying, well, I'm saying, y'all cool and everything is with the show is cool. But what I'm saying is that when he say certain stuff, bro, like I kind of just like, bro, you talking about that Kobe stuff, bro? Because he was on that bandwagon too. He was preaching to the youth, nigga, that LeBron wasn't there. Yeah. That's why he's so understanding, and that's why he couldn't you off saying, "Oh, I was guilty of it too." Yes, because the particular situation that we're speaking of, you know, he was guilty of it on, and that's what I'm saying. That's why when I call the show, I'm always saying the same things. Like bro, there's gonna be false narratives, bro. And if you stack up enough false narratives together, bro, you're gonna come to those conclusions, nigga, that Bruce come to.
No, hold on.
Yes, you did, Bruce, because Bruce, you also reported about the D Wade stuff. The same thing Stephen A was saying. You reported on that too, did you?
Which D Wade stuff,
bro? When LeBron didn't go to, you reported on that too, did you?
That I don't recollect. I know I talked about.
Oh my God!
I know I talked about. No, I'm not saying I didn't. I'm saying I don't recollect that. I know I talked about LeBron leaving Miami and D Wade not knowing. That was a big thing for me. I didn't like that at all. But
that's another thing. That's a false narrative.
No, it's not.
Bro. So what you saying? You saying D Wade found out? So when did D Wade find out, bro?
We're not gonna get into that argument. You can.
No, bro, Bruce. Show me one thing, Bruce. Just do me this one thing, Bruce. I want to ask you nothing else. When did D Wade find out?
If I'm not mistaken, D Wade said he found out like everybody else that LeBron.
And bro, that's the biggest lie on earth, bro.
Well, why would do
your research, bro. Wade didn't say that, bro. Wade. LeBron told Wade that he was going back to Cleveland on a plane ride from Vegas, my nigga.
All right, man. All right, go ahead.
Like I'm just saying. I just want to prove to you, bro.
That you can say what you're saying. That doesn't prove anything.
What you mean, bro? I'm saying, bro. I'm saying that if I know this, bro, you know I don't know D Wade or LeBron. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, bro, the stuff that you said, bro, on countless occasions, bro. I went back, bro, because I didn't remember stuff like that, bro. I didn't see it like that at that time. So I went back, like, to make sure that I wasn't tripping, bro. And that's why I'm able to tell you when LeBron told D Wade that he was going to Cleveland, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that'd be my whole thing, bro. Like you sit here and say, y'all sit here and say a nigga like defending somebody you don't know. Like I mean that's all cool. Like because a person can be on the other side and say that you sit around and criticize a person you don't know. But I don't even want to say that. All I'll be trying to say is criticizing for legitimate stuff, bro. Like and stop with all the narratives, my nigga. Like LeBron that went 22 years, nigga. He hasn't approached or said anything to anybody about anything they just said, bro.
Exactly.
And he can't be wrong.
Of course.
Is that what that means?
Bro,
he's never done it.
Like to me, yes. Because if I haven't said nothing about
that's you. So young disciple, listen to what you're saying.
Like,
that's how you feel, bro.
Bro,
that's how you feel.
Bro, I'm only speaking for me. I ain't speaking for you, nigga.
First of all, you stop the N-word, bro. Just stop it.
Man, bro, you know I'm trying to stop that, bro. You know I ain't doing it on purpose. So, bro, you don't got
I know you're getting emotional. You start using it too much.
All right, but listen.
All right, bro. All right, bro. All right. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Now, bro, I'm not eating, bro. This is how I talk. Like, maybe y'all, this is how I talk, bro.
It's YouTube, bro. On the Patreon, I'll let you cook. Right. If we want a Patreon, but this is a YouTube channel, so we try to keep it professional.
Bro, yeah, the N word, bro. That's harder than not cussing. Like, but I be trying to
vocabulary. I got you.
That's why I say bro so much. But that's what I like. That's the stuff that like that you know. And even with Bruce, like with Bruce, bro. Like to me, like man, bro, if you wasn't somebody, bro, that I listen to, and it's not that I respect your crowd, bro. I respect like the angles you come from. I just be wishing I just be wishing that it had like some real reality proof behind it. Like when you sit up there and you listening to Stephen A. saying he got so much stuff on LeBron, ain't that the same thing he told T.O.?
So what I would say is this. I can't refer back to the T.O. thing. I'm not sure about that, so I can't even speak.
But Bruce,
listen, right?
Didn't Stephen A. tell T.O. that though, Bruce?
Let's stay on topic though. Let's stay on topic. Right? Yeah, let's stay on topic.
Here's a topic. I'm trying to show you that this is a routine for him.
So
you think that he really got something on LeBron, bro?
Let me say this. Like the reason I believe that Stephen A. has things on a lot of people, because when you cover a league that long, right? There's so much stuff that you are aware of, especially when you were a beat writer, when you were a columnist, when you got connections with front offices, you got connections with the league office, you got connections with players. There's a lot of stuff that you know. That's why he always says there's tons of stuff that I know that I've never talked about and I will never talk about.
But Bruce, now think about that.
Yes.
Now he said that's what he say, right? He said the same thing about Kobe's memorial. He brought that out. So you mean to tell me that you think that Stephen A. has some other things that could? Bro, he went for the juggler by bringing out Kobe's memorial and D Wade's Hall of Fame shot. Bro, those are what we call glove off moments, bro. The gloves.
That's outside of the profession. Yeah, that's what I address.
So thank you, Transformer. So what I'm saying is that for him to travel outside of the box of criticism that should come down from media. Because that's way outside the box. Like Kobe, like to me, that's the most cowardice thing that he could have did right there.
All right, so let me
cowardice, bro.
All right, I got
it's bring up Kobe like just cowardice, just like Transformer said. Like Vanessa and his kids from Vanessa, like they still here, bro. Like I know that they still grieving like the loss of that man. So, and I don't even like Kobe. Y'all know I don't like Kobe. But what I'm saying is that for Stephen A. to do that, bro, that lets me know everything around him, bro, has been a lie. Like when he been acting all these years, saying he ain't got no problem with LeBron, saying he objective and all that. No, it's always been this right here.
But you
always,
know, young disciple, I'll say this. I got two things real quick. First thing, in response to you saying it's always been a lie. Yes, it's always been a lie. You know why? Because now Stephen A. is telling all this stuff, but he's been fronting, caping for LeBron all these years.
What you mean caping?
He's a big. What do you mean? What do I mean?
What you mean caping for? Why would he cape for LeBron?
Listen to what I'm saying. He's a huge part of the major media apparatus that helped LeBron to reach the levels that he has reached. There's no question about that. There's no question about that.
You think the media helped LeBron get to where he at?
Wow.
The media?
Okay. All right. Yeah, you got it, bro. And
I'm asking you. Media is a big reason why LeBron is where he's at.
Absolutely.
He's the absolute catalyst of why LeBron is where he's at.
Transformer, what do you mean, Transformer?
Nobody.
Tell me what you mean.
Okay, I'm gonna give you this one point right here. LeBron James is 17. What does Sports Illustrated call him?
No, he was 16.
16, worse. That's even worse. What did Sports Illustrated call him?
You talking about the chosen one?
The chosen one. Mm-hmm. They labeled him before he even played an NBA game. They were ready to make him the new face of the league before he even got there.
All that stuff.
Transformer. Sports Illustrated, nigga, don't make a person the face of the league.
That's part of the media.
Right. That's part of the media.
That's part of the media.
God, oh my God.
Real quick. Hold on. Before I let you go.
Oh God. This is crazy.
Before I let you go, young disciple, real quick.
This is crazy.
I looked this up, right? Listen to it.
I'm listening to you, bro.
Dwayne Wade found out that LeBron James was leaving the Miami Heat to return to Cleveland Cavaliers shortly before James' official announcement on July 11, 2014. Wade.
It was the night before.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
What's the man talking about?
Yo, can you hold on and let me read this to you? I got you. Go ahead, bro. Wade has shared that he sensed James' departure during a flight from Las Vegas to Miami just hours before the announcement. According to Wade, he could tell from James' body language during the flight that he was not returning to the Heat. Wade later confirmed this intuition when James called him the next day, July 11, 2014, to formally inform him of the decision, which was then publicly revealed in a Sports Illustrated essay titled, "I'm Coming Home."
Bro, so the point is what you saying about him running, finding out what everybody else found out. Mm-hmm. That's a false narrative, bro.
So he found out on the same day everybody else found.
That's not enough time.
A couple hours.
Like, are y'all serious? Like, are y'all serious right now?
Wow. You couldn't tell me a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, like, bro, this is how you feel. You about to leave? Like, prepare me.
Bro, are you serious? Like, bro, are you serious right now? Like, listen, bro. Listen.
I'm just saying words because I say them. I don't think I.
Okay, bro. So, man, bro.
Yo,
this is what I'm saying. All
right, go ahead.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, land the plane, bro. Land the plane.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. But you always trying to
clip that wave was on.
Like, but, bro, this is what I'm saying, bro. Y'all, look at, bro. Y'all making it like too, like, bro. If I'm going through free agency, bro, I'm going through free agency. Like, bro, I don't have to tell LeBron. Listen, man, D Wade don't have to tell LeBron what he's doing 2 weeks before, and vice versa.
It's
I'm saying,
if I'm your ace boom coon like that,
boat.
Bro, my decision has not been made. Like why? Listen, bro. I just want to say one thing, bro. Because like, I mean, I see what it is, bro. But because now you're trying to switch it up, bro. You've been putting it out there like this, like D Wade. I'm trying not to say the N word. Like D Wade found out.
You're doing a great job.
You just said he found out what everybody else found out, right? So when you say that, bro, that gives off the impression, bro, that D Wade read about it, right, just like everybody else read about it. You see what I'm saying? If LeBron told D Wade an hour before everybody else knew, like, you don't think that's enough?
No.
Or what's the amount of time I got that it has to be for me to check? Like, LeBron, like, bro, why was D Wade in Vegas with LeBron? Because Pat Riley was coming to see LeBron to try to make this pitch. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro.
If LeBron to be tight like that is what I'm saying. But listen,
yeah, I would have known.
Man, bro, y'all so loose with all this. Man, y'all, all right, bro.
We are the ones that's loose, bro.
Y'all loose as hell. Y'all asking Bron. Y'all asking, just come on, man. Y'all don't ask enough for the news. Now I gotta be a amount of time when I tell a person I'm not coming back to Miami. Like, come on, man.
Right,
so, like, if you got brothers and sisters?
Right, but I gotta let you go, man. I gotta let you go.
I got one question. You can just say yes or no. You got brothers and sisters? Oh, he hung up?
Yeah.
Okay. Because my question was, if he had brothers and sisters, right? Or a best friend. Let's just use best friend. Best friend, right? Been together 20 years. My brother Mike is in the channel. He's in the chat right now. Mm-hmm. That's my brother. But my ace boom coon day one. Grade school, mama, daddy, grandma, all that. We blood. We're thicker than blood. Me and Mike are thicker than blood. Gotcha. My question would be, when would you tell your brother you leaving town and I'm moving?
Not an hour before.
I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be an hour before.
Nah, not an hour before. That's not how we do it.
That's your banana boat brother. You would have talked to him a week ago, a month, like some time, bro. Like, all right, bro, I'm about to be out of here. Yeah.
Edward, what's going on, brother? Oh, man, we got to take these calls, man. Edward, what's up, man? What's so funny, man? What you laughing at, man?
I can
barely hear you, man.
You sound muffled, Eddie.
Yeah.
Hey, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, much better. Go ahead.
Bruce. Hey, man. I want to tell everybody, man, hit the like and subscribe, man.
I appreciate
Transformer.
That.
I hope you feel better. Bruce, you was right, bro. You got the juice. I throw the towel in. All right.
What you mean? I hope I feel better. What I do? Why I gotta feel bad?
I was talking about Bruce, man. Bruce know what I'm talking about, man. I'm not gonna wait. Hey,
man, you doing the Stephen A. stuff, man. Say what you gonna say, bro.
No, man.
What is?
Hey, Bruce. Hey, dog. Hey, I ain't gonna make no R&B.
We were talking about them cats making them LeBron songs, man. We were talking about that earlier.
Oh, got you.
Hey, man, you got the juice, Bruce, man. You got the juice, dog. And like, man,
Oh man, oh my else, bro, you got the juice now, cuz.
Got the juice now.
You got the juice, man. But hey, man, I'm late to the party, man. I'm gonna watch the reruns, but man, y'all, I'm gonna keep watching the show. I just want to call in and speak my piece, man.
I appreciate it, Edward. Thank you, brother.
Oh shit, I'm crying. All right, man. Oh shit.
This is my brother right here.
Ken,
As soon as I know,
call back.
he's knowing.
Yeah, you can't.
That's friendship, bro. Like if I'm your boy, nobody else on the team got to know. But bro, let me know. You know what I mean?
Shit, Bubba, what's going on, man? How you doing?
What's going on, brother?
All right.
Go outside, transform a shit, mate.
Anchors away, brother. Anchors away.
Hey, yeah. Oh man, boy, I don't know how I could talk to him. Decipher.
You cannot.
He's too tough, man. But but you know what?
It's called.
I told my man drama therapy, man, put me on the couch. Put me on the couch tonight.
Right.
Because Transformer, you broke everything down.
You did.
You did a great job. Except the difference between me and you, I went to the beginning because I felt like LeBron, he did that on purpose. Stephen A. took digs at him on purpose before then. Mm-hmm. And the only thing is, Bronny was just a little linchpin because they didn't like each other. Mm-hmm. So they basically played with Youngin to get their issues off because they didn't really like each other. So okay. Make some moves. I would say this, and this is for my boy Drama Therapy. I do my own psychoanalysis. LeBron James is Darth Vader and Nino Brown rolled into one.
Boy, what a combination. Jeez.
Combination.
Darth Vader and Nino Brown.
Nino Brown rolled into one. He is the chosen one. However,
he got a lifesaver in one hand and a Rottweiler in the other.
Yes, that's correct.
Got it. I'm tracking.
It was him, the light brother from the back.
The reason I say this is because he's the chosen one. Mm-hmm. Darth Vader was the chosen one. He Nino Brown because friends, family, whoever, if you ain't with the clutch circle, it's strictly business. Nothing, never personal. It's business. Mm-hmm. All what he did to Stephen A., that was business move. That wasn't personal. Because he could have done whatever he wanted to do at the beginning.
Yeah.
This was strategic business moves he did. LeBron James got a PR person. That PR person knows every move, plotted out what that man gonna do.
Right.
So that's what I was saying. Come on. Like you said, this was all a sham in the beginning. Because really
Bron is calculated, man. Bron is extremely calculated.
Like, I'm trying to really figure out what did Stephen A. really say bad about Bron. Everybody else went in, he didn't say nothing. Skip didn't really say nothing. Think about it. We were harder on Bronny than Stephen A. was.
Who was we?
We the chat. We the chat, all of us. But I say this: when Bronny played well, and he did, he showed improvement. First person who was Bruce. So they can't call my boy a hater. They can't call you a hater, Bruce. They just can't call you one.
Oh, they can't.
You haters when you run out of things, you don't have any factual information to back up your information.
Right. So he admitted it. I thought those grown men would have this man up. And he came out. But man, that's what I said. Stephen A. knew better the whole time. He could have ended it. He could have let it go. He didn't want to let it go. Brian didn't want to let it go. They wanted to keep this shit selling. Now Skip Bayless jumping in. And why somebody else gonna say something? They ain't gonna try to end it until the playoffs.
I need to see that later. Skip Bayless, definitely.
Oh yeah, you need to see that.
Yeah.
Because he said Stephen A. and I disagreed with Skip because I was like, nah, because Stephen A. was throwing subtle jabs, as we say in Texas. They were shooting slugs at him. He didn't say nothing about LeBron directly. You know that new age sub distance, subliminal distance.
Yeah.
He did a lot of them So LeBron, face of the league, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen A. was, he kind of poked the bear with LeBron a little bit.
He did.
But he was slick about it.
Mm-hmm.
But then LeBron said, "I'm going up there."
Yeah.
Now, it wasn't. As Bruce said, it's a sucker move. I said it's a sucker move for a sucker. So,
right.
So he knew he wasn't going to speak back.
Right.
But he did know Stephen A. was going to come back and do the Taylor Swift tour. He called that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And now he's going back and forth. And wait a minute. And then the old head journalist, Charles Barkley, then was like, Stephen A., just like you said, shipmate, Stephen A., let it go. You 60 years old. You 60, bro.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah.
So we can actually talk about the game and basketball.
Yes. He said he don't even care. He's not even consuming the beef.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, man.
Yeah. But listen,
but
I gotta let you go, Chief, man. I gotta let Ken get in here, and then we're gonna get to these other topics.
I'm good with that.
I
appreciate you, Chief.
Hey, the king. I got it. Oh, hell, Steve, Linda. All right,
no doubt, Chief. Take it easy, brother.
All right, bro.
All right, Ken. I see you, man. Kenneth, call us back now. Nobody
Who's
else. Ken from LA. Kenneth, right? Call us back. Yeah. Yeah, you don't call that much, so I definitely want to hear from you on this, man.
Gotcha.
After Kenneth, we're gonna move on to the next topics.
Was Ken in the chat? Y'all been lighting this chat up, by the way, man. Boy, y'all been lighting it up.
Yes, they have.
What's his name in the chat?
Kenneth Wright, I believe.
Oh, is it Kenneth Wright? Okay.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, I don't see.
Yeah, I have him in my phone is Ken from LA. So that's all I got. I believe it's the same guy.
Yeah, that video of Stephen A. boxing. I mean, even though that it came out like 5 years ago, something like that.
I mean, look,
see the man recover from the shoulder injury, man. Like the man was just trying to.
Here we go. Okay. What's going on, brother?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Maintaining, man. How are you?
What's going on, brother?
Man, great. Hey, what's up, brother? Great show, man. I'm telling you, it's like the next show is better than the previous. I'm going to be quick because I know you guys are trying to move on, and I appreciate you giving me the opportunity. But
yes, sir.
We're talking about the LeBron James and Bruce. I sent you the interview, right? And it was after a Laker game.
Yeah, it went to my spam. I'm gonna watch it when we
get spam. Okay. Yeah, I just thought, man, especially what we're talking about, it would actually be so appropriate with what you're talking about, because there was a reporter that literally asked LeBron James, did you attend Kobe Bryant's memorial? He did not answer the question. He danced around it.
That's
okay. I mean, like, if he went, yeah, I went. He would not answer the question. He looked very, very disheveled and everything like that. So, I mean, bro, listen. LeBron James is a snake, man. He is. He's a snake. I'm not saying Stephen A. is not. I've had my issues with Stephen A.
Right.
I don't appreciate. No, I don't appreciate. I wasn't there, but the way that thank you, babe. The way that that whole thing went down with LeBron James approaching Stephen A. was wrong. But I don't understand why we can't just call a spade a spade. This dude has always done janky stuff. He's always said, big cotton lies, like I think last time I said, from him supposedly breaking his hand while he's playing. Get the heck out of here, man. But anyway, like I said, I just want to be quick. Again, watch the video, okay? He will not answer it's a simple yes or no. Yes, I attended the funeral. He wouldn't answer it. That, to me, that says a lot.
No doubt.
But my question is,
hold on real quick, Transformer. The only thing I'll say is the LA Times is a very reputable publication in terms of newspaper. And so if they say he was there, I gotta give them the benefit of the doubt until proven otherwise. But I feel you.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Because my thing is, one, from Stephen A., why does it matter? Right? Why does it matter between what's going on with you two?
Because it's showing the type of dude LeBron is.
He's a snake. Yeah, he's showing he's a snake.
Show this is not the good dude that y'all think. Yeah, and I'm not LeBron is not. I'm saying that's what Stephen A is trying to demonstrate because remember, he's like, yo, y'all don't know the half. Remember, he said he's slithering around. What animal slithers, right? So he said he's a snake without calling him a snake, right? So,
but like, how can you back that up when you're not even fact checking information that you're trying to dig dirt on?
That's a fact too.
You know what I mean? You kind of you kind of half-assing your own thing about it because you're calling this man a snake, but you ain't even doing your job right because now you're not even reporting right. Like, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? So,
can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
I'm out. Okay, but I'm just curious. What reason could you guys give for LeBron James not asking two things? First of all, just consider this. There's a reason why that reporter asked him that question. First of all, it was 5 years ago.
Oh, that's a good question too.
There's a reason why he asked him that question first. Second, why wouldn't he answer yes if he was truly there?
Emotional reasons.
But what emotional reasons, Transformer? That seems pretty simple. Real talk.
All right, Bruce. All right, y'all. I love you guys. I'm gonna let you guys go.
I appreciate you, Ken. If I'm there, I'm like, yeah, I was there. You know, I was in the back. I was with such and such. That's not hard to answer. Like, I don't see why that would be a difficult thing to answer. Ken has a point on that. Again, I'm siding with you, Transformer, that he was based on the LA Times reporting. So I'm siding with that. But Ken does raise an interesting question. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, because I can see it as more of a, I'm not a counselor, I'm not a therapist, anything like that. But I hear when you're speaking about funerals and memorials,
yes,
you know, about, you know, idols or, you know, family or things like that, you honestly don't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? So like, I'm not saying that's what LeBron, I'm just giving my reason. This is my answer. You know what I mean? So like, what benefit do I have answering the question to bring up something that I just don't want to talk about?
But that's
simple. I don't care to answer your question. Like, all right, yeah.
That's just I was there. The last thing I'll say about that, Transformer, is it's now hard to say yes, I was there, no, I was not. And the reason I was always iffy on that, me personally, is because LeBron, we know, is a guy who always is looking for the cameras. So I found it odd that he would be at something that was so star-studded and nobody saw him, but that no camera caught him there. You know what I'm saying?
But LA Times reported that he didn't want to be in the forefront.
And I'm agreeing with you. I'm with you. I'm by the LA Times reporting. I'm just saying, like, the other stuff seems really odd on that based on him being him, right?
Fair.
Because he didn't have to be in the forefront, because as much as he's an all-time great basketball player, in LA, he's not Magic. He's not Kareem or any of these guys, you know what I'm saying? So he wouldn't have been in the forefront anyway.
Yeah, Mount Rushmore's of, you know. But I think but with the, like, NBA, LeBron is the face of the league still at that point. So it's like, I don't, you know, it's up to him. You know, if he was there, God knows. Kobe knows.
Right.
Natalia knows. I mean, not Natalia. Vanessa knows.
Yes.
Right. You know what I mean? Because the true answer, you can have, like, Vanessa, was he there? She says yes. Slam the door. Done deal. But, you know, again, like, that's not sports analysis. That's not sports journalism. You know what I mean? Again, you're digging outside of the realm. Now I get what you're saying, because he's trying to present the point that he's not who he says he is, and that whole thing.
One last thing, I promise, and then we'll move on. No, it's real frustrating to me that LeBron is the whole more than an athlete guy, but he wants it to be just talk about me on the court, talk about me between the lines. Okay, but you're more than an athlete, right? Pick one. But
he says that because of what he's done.
He can be more than an athlete when the commentary is positive. When he doesn't like the commentary, it's only talk about me between the lines. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that was his purpose of it. Because now you're going personal. You're talking about me being a father. To me, that's not in the same realm. Like when he says beyond an athlete, like what is it? Better than an athlete, more than an athlete. Yeah, he's talking about his off the court stuff that he's building, like more than an athlete.
More than an athlete is, and what it's not. Yeah. But the other thing, this could go down the rabbit hole forever and ever. But I promise this is the last one. I promise. But yo, when everyone says the father, you're talking about him as a father. Somehow, everybody who brings that up always manages to leave out that he put his fatherhood in front of the whole world, but doesn't expect anybody to comment on said fatherhood.
Fair. Yeah. But it was already being commented on before he did that.
No, he was the one that put it out there from the very beginning. When he's talking about, remember, I brought it up years and years ago when he's talking about, he wants to play in the league with his son. And Bronny wasn't even in high school then. So he was already setting the wheels in motion. But anyway.
But I don't think that's a question of fatherhood, though.
The point is he's putting his all of that stuff out in front of us, right? And then he had no problem with us knowing that he got Bronny drafted, right? And that he's the first father-son to play together in the league and all that, right? So that fatherhood, you're good with everybody talking about. But when it doesn't work how you want it to work, then you have a problem with being addressed as a father. You see what I'm saying?
To me, that's not the same thing, though, Bruce.
I think it's the same thing.
Yeah, I don't feel like that, because like that's not at that point, like the things that he's doing and presenting for his son. Like, who am I? Like, you're not going to question his fatherhood, right? Like, I don't think his fatherhood is in question when he's doing those things. Now, when you're trying to basically tell me how to be a daddy on live TV, all right, now you don't tell me what to do and what I should be doing and stuff like that.
Listen, I'm
not. I mean? I feel like that's the difference in it.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying, as no matter the topic, he only wants the positive, and life doesn't work that way. But you got any last things to say before we move on to the next topic? We gotta move on.
Man, please, we've been on this one.
Yeah, we've been on this for a minute.
No, I appreciate the calls, man. Like I said, that was my take. You guys wanted to hear from me.
That was great.
Yeah, man. I wanted to break it down in detail.
It took me like about 14 hours.
You say what?
It took me like 14 hours to break that whole thing down, man. You did it like an hour, man. I need to learn how to do it like you do it, man.
Well, notes help. I got my notes right here, and I'm like, okay, this is where I want to go with this one. I'm gonna go right here. Okay, cool.
Oh my gosh. All right. Let's go ahead and let's take it to the next topic, y'all. Woo. All right. Okay. So one of the things we talk about on this show, I know I talk about it a lot, is the lack of physicality in the modern NBA, the lack of grit, the lack of guys having chips on their shoulders, the buddy-buddiness, the friendliness, and I don't like it. I want to see cats going at each other, right? And the thing also recently, when we talked about the future, remember I said that the next generation, I believe the future looks very bright in terms of the NBA, because it seems like guys are more aggressive, guys are more competitive. It's just a different feel. Now, I know the NBA itself doesn't want certain things. They don't want defense back. They don't want, they don't want the physicality back. But when guys are chippy and you kind of have that thing there, things are going to happen, right? And so I bring this up to say, what was that? Not last night, the night before, right? What was that? When did this brawl happen? Over the weekend, right? Saturday night?
2 days ago. Yeah,
2 days ago. Saturday night. So we saw in a game between the Detroit Pistons and the Minnesota Timberwolves, we saw
I didn't.
Right? we saw guys really get into it, man. And how is it that it's always the Pistons? But anyway,
the stigma, it stays. Boy Pistons.
Bad boys, and then the Bad Boys 2.0, and now we got these guys today.
See him kind of like leaning away. So now the NBA is going to give everybody 10 games.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I got to say, I liked it, man. I like that. Give me a little bit of something. Like, I like that guys are getting a little more chippy now. That said, again.
But like, be chippy for something like a hard foul.
I was about to say, I think he was way out of bounds for that. Like, why you got so upset over, somebody swiping for the ball and hitting your arm? Like, that's not serious. But these dudes are soft nowadays, so it is what it is.
Oh man, I'm not going to call another man soft, but
soft.
That was, yeah. I don't know why. Because when I saw the report came through my phone, I'm like, brawl. I'm like, oh snap, somebody did something. But then I saw the start of it. I'm like, wait, what's Nas Reed pointing at him for? You know what I mean? Because I'm like, if you look at it, I mean, it's still a foul. It's common, very, very common foul. But Nas Reed, his hand was all on the ball, but the rest of them caught your arm on the way down.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I'll say so there's a couple of things at play here for me, right? One, obviously the NBA, to your point, great point, is concerned about things spilling into the crowd. Can't have that.
Correct.
Right? Imagine you throwing a punch and the person you throw a punch at moves and you snuff a fan in the face. Like,
correct.
A lot of money coming out. A lot
or
of
if you
people.
land on it, torn ACL.
That's right.
You know, rolled ankle.
That's right. Bad look. But physicality, man, despite what people think, fans like a little bit of physicality. They like a little bit of chippiness, right?
Drama.
Especially in these blue collar cities like a Detroit or a New York or a Chicago, even LA. Like they like that. Low physicality is good. And so I actually heard, I was listening to something today that they're exploring the possibility of returning the hand check for perimeter players.
I've heard, but I haven't heard no valid information from nobody.
I would be shocked if that happens because you're going to see a lot of people get exposed.
Yeah.
But listen,
it's going to take a lot of retraining.
Yes, I would rather, instead of bringing back the hand check, how about you just call travels and carries? How about we do that?
Or limit the threes.
And get rid of that. Get rid of this stupid gather step crap, right? By the way, LeBron,
extra step. Yeah.
LeBron said he loves the gather step. He said that on his McAfee interview.
It gives him an extra takeoff point.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, we're not. But yeah, so what are your thoughts on, possibly the next generation of NBA getting a little more physical, a little more chippy, bringing a little attitude back to the game?
Oh, I love it. I mean, what's not to love? I'm a fan of boxing. I'm a fan of UFC.
Your brother
I'm a fan of martial arts. I'm a fan of physical confrontation. Right?
I agree.
I'm a huge fan. I'm in the military service. We got physical a lot.
That's right.
Like on a hand-to-hand type deal, right? I mean, I know how some people view the military. Like, y'all be crazy.
He does not like it. Your brother is not a fan of this. He doesn't want physicality. Edward.
Eddie don't want physicality? Well, he never fought nobody growing up anyway, so that explains a lot.
I bet you PK Subban loved that fight the other night.
My brother Eddie was a chick magnet. That man wasn't worried about no fight with nobody. He was like, man, what a women. My brother, what a women at? Like, I gotta fight with you when this girl over here looking good, and I can talk to her.
Fight. I'm gonna go over here.
Hey man, Eddie, what about that? Hey man, y'all arguing? Cool. I'm over here, bro, because she look good. I look good. I'm about to go out like that's my bro Eddie, man. But no, man, the physicality back in the league, man. I love it. I love it, but don't when it gets in the crowd. Keep it in the middle of the floor.
Yeah.
Right. Keep it in the middle of the floor. Keep them out of harm's way, because we saw what happened with that before. The Denver Nuggets game where it got into the crowd. People were hurt. People were involved. The Indiana Pacers, Detroit Pistons, people got involved, like fans got involved, hurt, punched, and stuff like that. You don't want the NBA to get in trouble for physicality.
You don't.
Right. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of the floor, nobody gets in trouble.
Days when guys fought, and I'm not saying fighting is the end all be all. Like back in the 80s and 90s when guys used to get into it, like it was never a problem with the fans before. So why is it now?
Lawsuits are a thing, Bruce.
I thought lawsuits have always been a thing, Transformer.
Yeah, but when they add up.
Yeah.
Hey, when they add up and you can sue for 10, 30, then 40, and you're like, okay, wait a minute now. Hold up. These lawsuits getting crazy, because guess what? That number of how much I can sue goes up because you're a $1 billion industry, Bruce. Y'all get billions a year. Oh, I'm coming out of here with an 8-figure, 9-figure check.
I'm getting my dough.
So
I got a question for you, Transformer.
What's that?
Do you think it would ruin the fan experience if they glassed around the floor like they do hockey?
Yes.
Okay, I was just asking.
No, that's stupid. That's dumb.
I'm not. I was just
because now the floor seats are no longer the floor seats.
I mean, they would still be right there.
No, you want now the part where you want to have that jibber jab. Have you ever been in an in-person game?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure you see it. Like the players are talking to them, like them dudes on the sideline. Like, so that's a fan interaction thing.
No, I got you.
If I can yell at, like, hey, Jack, hey, what's going on, man? And he turns around and waves. That'll make my day forever. Like, I'll be good. Like,
make
bro.
a shot, buddy, make a shot. No, I hear you.
You know what I mean? So, no, absolutely. But Glass, come on now. That's crazy.
No, I like what I'm seeing. I like that this younger generation seems to have a different attitude, and that's okay with me because we need a little bit of that back. Tired of everybody being buddy and all that, man.
Yeah.
It's not
horizontal vibes. Horizontal.
Okay.
Horizon vibes.
Ooh.
If you're paying for floor seats at the game where Isaiah Stewart is playing, oh well, I get it because that dude is a hothead. I actually think he's I think he's a martial artist too. I want to say, or was he a boxer before? I want to say he was in some type of combat sports. Not sure which one of them was it, but I believe he was maybe in high school, college, or something like that, where he practiced a sport. But yeah, I mean, if you're paying for floor seats now, if a player runs out of bounds, you know what I mean, chasing the ball and they run into you, all fair game, right? What was it? Jennifer Hudson got hit with a basketball last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a gimme, bro. All right, you paid for that seat. You're gonna get hit with something. But if it's an altercation to where it can get physically violent for a fan, NBA ain't finna play that because that's a major lawsuit waiting to happen. Because if somebody because I think it's DiVincenzo, the one that's laying against that fan. If that fan tweaks his back or you know what I'm saying, it's like some type of injury because y'all brawling, bro. Adam Silver is, first of all, he's wreaking hell on everybody involved.
Already know
that check is about to be fat.
Yeah,
that hush money gonna have to come quick. Like,
yeah,
keep this fan. Hey, we gonna settle that real quick.
Real
quick, because they can come for some serious dough.
Yeah,
serious dough. Jennifer Hudson got hit with a ball to the face. Basketball.
That was a little while ago.
That's like about 2-3 weeks. I'm not even talking about it a lot in the game. I was watching the game.
I got you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that was it. That was a quick time. I don't have anything else on that topic. That was just it. I liked it. I like that get a little chippy feeling coming back. And it'll never be the 90s or anything like that again. And we don't want that, but we do want a little bit of,
Now I know we addressed the brawl, right? Now let's get back to the sport.
Okay.
These guys could face 10-game suspension. I don't think it goes no more than 10 games because if you look at history, nobody really got no more than 10 games for this type of interaction.
I say just suspend them throughout the remainder of the regular season. That's 7 or 8 games. Don't suspend going into the playoffs because that's going to affect the postseason. Don't do that.
But now you're giving a out. I mean, not to say an out, but now you're making it. You're not being across the board. You're not being transparent, right? You gave these guys 10 games before for the same instant. Now the players are like, yo, so I'm expecting 6 to 7 games during the season because now you're giving that, it's the end of the season. Let's not affect the play. Hey, the rules is the rules. So you gotta come down on these guys kind of hard to like, hey, get physical. That's fine. Get 1 to 2 games here or there, because there was no blows. So I ain't seen nobody throw no punches.
Right.
Real. But bro, that who was gonna pay for that $100 million lawsuit? Exactly. You get 10 games.
Okay.
That's $10 million per game.
That's tough. No, that's fair. I guess I just don't want to see. I don't want to see the postseason affected by that. But you know.
But now it could. So right now, Cade Cunningham is out. Not out for the season, but he's been out nursing a calf injury. So now they could be. Who did they lose?
For the postseason for the playoffs.
They're going to be without Isaiah Stewart. And I think he's the only one. I think he's the only Piston that got suspended. Oh, yeah, and Marcus Sasser. So, those two.
The coach going to get suspended too. JB Bickerstaff, he got tossed out of there. I don't know if they're coming down.
I don't think they're going to give him that 10 games, though.
He's probably going to get a couple, though.
Yeah, but I wouldn't think it'd be 10 because now you truly affecting the playoffs. He ain't going to be able to coach. Yeah, because, I mean, they're not going to be able to play in. I think they got the 6th seed locked in. So kudos to them. Now, where it gets really, really tough is for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're fighting to stay in the play-in or even be a part of the play-in. They're going to be without DiVincenzo, who's a surefire, great off-the-bench role player. Nas Reed, who is their start. I think he's the starting 5. I want to say he's the starter. Yeah, he's a starting 5. And Ron Holland. So
starting 4.
I'm sorry. Yeah. So that's a key. Like these are two key pieces that you're going to need not only for the now to get better positioning and play in, but now for the play in. we need you available, right? Because that 10 games goes 7 now, play in 1, play in game 1, and play in game 2. So now they're out for that if they get 10 games and the first game of if they make the first.
Edwards says he's not starting. He's coming off the bench. Okay, appreciate that.
He's still a huge piece. Nas Reed is still a huge piece.
He's still a big piece. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Julius Randle's still on the wall.
I believe he is.
Julius is over there, right?
But
Nas Reed is a valuable piece off the bench. So, because like when you're getting into playoff basketball, your bench matters a lot. Like you really need that switch out depth because when Gobert goes to the bench, Nas Reed, relatively decent 3-point shooter, can get you some buckets, very savvy on the boards. So losing an anchor like that, when y'all already struggling, that could be huge, man. DiVincenzo, I like him. I liked him in Golden State. I like him in Minnesota. That dude got some dog in him. Obviously, you just saw the man in the tussle, so the boy got a little dog in him, and can get Sparky off the bench too as well. So I think that's gonna be huge. Going for the regular season. And Wolves assistant coach Pablo Pregoni.
Pablo
Did I pronounce that wrong? Yeah, whatever.
Prigioni, there. That's it.
There you go. Prigioni. My bad. My bad, B.
Yeah, man.
My bad, P. My bad, P. Rye.
I'm a little amateur linguist, you know what I'm saying? Got a little Espanol, some Francais.
A little Francais.
A little bit of Deutsch. Oh, yeah, man.
Little V, we, T,
oh, yeah, French. Yeah.
Oh, you for real? You study French?
Yeah, for like 8 years, yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Give us something in French, man.
Qu'est-ce que tu veux que je dise en français?
Don't talk to me like that, bro. I'm a grown man, bro. Curse me out like that one more time. Bro, I know where you stay.
What you want me to say in French, man? That's it. That's what I said.
Yeah, but that was disrespectful, bro. I heard what you said.
Oh, man.
Anybody in the chat? I don't know a thing we can give you, but what did he say in French?
Oh, here you go.
If you could find out what he said. Find out what he said in French.
Qu'est-ce que tu veux que je dise en français?
Sound like he called my mama fat, but
No.
Sound like your mama fat. That's what it is. In English, that's what that is.
They all crazy, man. Nah, I got little skills, man. Little skills.
Yeah. No, not Duolingo. He multi. He said he speaks French and what else?
I know some Spanish. Not nearly like I know French, but I know some Spanish. A little bit of German.
Yeah. Do you know Negro?
Yes, I know that too.
That's another language.
But I keep that. I gotta
keep that tucked. Hey, I speak English and Negro.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, I know what I mean. English and Negro. Like Negro.
Look at Steve is oh man. Chris said I can speak jive.
Speak jive. You jive turkey.
Jive turkey. All right, y'all. Turkey. Let's go ahead and let's take it to the last topic, man.
All right.
Yeah.
So the Cleveland Cavaliers, man. First of all, most importantly, one hell of a season these guys are having.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah.
I didn't foresee this before the season started as we made our preseason predictions. As a matter of fact, one of our top teams that we had in this position, not even making the playoffs. So not even gonna make the playoffs. So of course, a lot of things that you don't see happen are happening. And one is that the Cleveland Cavaliers have eclipsed 60 wins. 60 wins for the first time post LeBron James, which was last done in 2009-2010 season, where they won 61. They're on verge of breaking that to snap it back to 08-09 when LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers won 66 games. So last year they had 48 wins, 34 losses. They finished second in their division. This time, first in the division, 800% win percentage, 122 0.3% offensive rating, 112.3 defensive rating. Guys are balling. These guys are really, really playing hard-nosed basketball. Atkinson is really coaching his team up.
Coaching his butt off, man.
Another ballot for his coach of the year. I think it's going to be definitely be between him and Bickerstaff now. That's for sure.
I still think if it's me, I'm still going with Bickerstaff, man. I mean, just the turnaround that he's been able to do with but anyway, this is not about Detroit. This is about the Cavaliers and the great season they're having. Yeah. I was kind of worried about them coming down the home stretch because they had that 4-game skid. Then they won 3 in a row, lost 1. And then they beat the Clippers on yesterday. So they've got 7 games left in the regular season. And let's see, New York, Utah, Sacramento, Chicago, 2 against Indiana and 1 against New York. So I believe they split against I think they split against the Knicks. They split against the Pacers, and they beat the Spurs, the Bulls, and the Kings. You know,
they're a threat. They're a threat to be reckoned with.
Yeah,
I think they beat the Celtics too.
Yes.
Okay, you didn't mention that one.
Number 1 seed. No, why would I?
You didn't mention that one. Like you don't stay quiet on that one.
We played them. We beat them last time we played them. The time before that, they beat us. So,
wait, no, I thought they won the last time y'all played.
Let's see. I'm looking at their thing right now.
Yeah, they won the last game.
It was on Friday, the 28th of February. We beat them 123. Oh, no. They won that.
Lost.
Their thing. Right. We beat them on the 4th of February. They beat us on the 28th of February. So,
so they got the last dub.
They did. Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Okay. So the Cleveland Cavaliers, as it stands right now,
ball team, man.
Where do you see the Cavaliers ending their season? Is it in the conference finals, the NBA finals, or in the first round? They're about team.
No, they're definitely not going out in the first round.
I hope that was definitely not the answer, but go ahead.
Let's see. I'm trying to find the brackets if the playoffs start today.
They go to fill out brackets. I believe that's the one.
What is that?
Oh, never mind. That is something totally different.
Yeah. All right, let me see. Give me a second. I'm gonna look that up.
Why are you looking that up? Historical fact. JB Bickerstaff, you guys know, was the Cleveland Cavalier coach before coming over to the Detroit Pistons. Bickerstaff has doubled his win total with 2 teams now. This time he didn't coach for Detroit last year, but he doubled the win total of last year. And actually from his first to second season as a coach, he doubled his win total with Cleveland. The 2021 season, he had 22 wins. In the 21-22 season, he had 44. Rose again to 51 in 22-23. Dropped by 3 games in the 23-24 season, 48 and 35. Making to the conference semifinals, and then boom, he's in Detroit. So obviously he's showing a great, rapport of being a great coach and lifting teams, out of the depths of where they're at. Because prior to him getting there, they had a 19-win season. His first season was 22. After that, he hasn't had anything less than a 44-win season since being a head coach. So, shout out to JB, man. JB's really been doing his thing as a coach the last 5 years.
Got you.
Did you find it?
If the playoffs started today, they would have Orlando.
Oh, that's
they
easy.
Beat them, but that's not a rollover, though.
I think they'll roll them over.
You think they'll roll them?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they would. I think they beat them in 6, man.
You think so? I don't think they have Orlando. I mean, Orlando don't have enough chemistry with Banchero and my other guy. Oh, geez, Wagner. There you go. Wagner.
Franz Wagner.
Wagner. I don't think they have enough rapport to make it happen in the playoffs. They're a great team in the season. Matter of fact, they just beat us, I think, last week.
Right.
In Orlando. So, but I don't think they have enough to be to beat a Cleveland team. I think this Cleveland team could definitely barely sweep them. If not, definitely get them in 5. I think they can.
Mm-hmm.
I think they definitely can.
You know, I keep forgetting about the stupid playing. Oh my gosh. I totally forgot. I was just looking at it 1 through 8 right now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. So who are the 4 teams?
So the play-in would be in the East if it started right now. Atlanta and Orlando in the 7-8 matchup. Miami and Chicago in the 9-10 matchup. So Chicago would beat Miami. I believe that.
Yeah.
And I think Orlando
Miami's been on a bad losing streak lately.
Yeah, they're struggling. They're struggling. Yeah. I don't know what they're gonna. They need some help. Clearly, I don't know what they're gonna do because they're not gonna be bad enough to get anything good in the draft.
No, they're not.
Yeah, Orlando, Miami's in a bad spot. I don't know what they're gonna do, but just looking at it,
the chat said happy belated birthday. By the way,
you.
Team Nurse.
Team Nurse.
Yes, Sid Bubba, that's correct. That's correct. My family's from Guyana, South America. That is correct. Only English speaking country on the continent, just so you know. But anyway, where was I?
You were giving me the 4 teams. So you said Chicago.
Yeah. Chicago and Miami in the one play-in matchup, and Atlanta and Orlando in the other one.
So yeah, Chicago is in the 9-8. I mean the 9-10 matchup.
Mm-hmm,
and Orlando is in the 8-7 matchup.
Yeah, that's correct.
And they're playing Atlanta. I think Orlando can beat Atlanta, so I think they could probably get 7.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So that'll put Atlanta at 8. If they have to play Chicago and Miami, I think they beat them.
I think they get beat by Chicago.
Chicago's get beat by Chicago.
Yeah, man.
Hey, now what's his name with the hair?
I thought you was talking about Bazelis. Okay.
No, with the hair, the point guard. Jesus Christ, his name is leaving my brain. Kobe White.
Yeah.
Boy's balling.
Yeah, he is.
That boy's balling. Like,
he's doing his thing.
And Josh Giddey has found it. He's found like that game against us, man. And granted, a lot of people show up when they play us, but it's just
here you
what
go.
I'm saying. But hey, I'm like, bro, this man Kobe is just. He's a surefire star. I don't like how this is what he's gonna have to change in the playoffs. He's gonna have to stop trying to run into people and looking for a foul. Like they're gonna stop calling that stuff in the playoffs. Like you're gonna have to find another way to get a bucket. But Josh Giddey,
you're not gonna get that.
Yeah, you're not gonna get that call every time. But Josh Giddey's definitely been stepping up.
He definitely got the sideshow Bob out here.
I think he got like 20 games. He's averaging 48% from 3.
That's crazy.
Crazy work.
Yeah,
balling.
He's 20 a year, so he's having a heck of a year. Like nobody's talking about it, but you average 20 in the NBA. That's that's good work. It's good work.
Imagine doing that for like 20 seasons.
Yeah, no, I think man. So back to the original question about Cleveland, man. So if they get past, they beat the 8 seed. Who do they play in the second round? How does that work? It would be
the lower seed. The lower seed comes to them.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
So Boston's definitely going to beat their matchup.
It would be winner to 4-5. That's a tough one. So they have the Pistons second round.
I don't think it goes automatic. I thought they just get whoever the lower seed is.
Is that how that goes?
I want to say that's how the NBA works.
I just looked at a bracket. So
yeah, I mean the bracket is a little. It just shows like the lineup, but I think whoever the lower seed goes and plays number 1. I think that's how they do it in NBA. They don't do it just based off 4 or 5 has to play 1. Okay. It's whoever. If the 6 wins, then they got to go play 1, and then they move it around like that.
Got you. Cavs versus 8. Winner
okay, Chuck Brewer says 3, 6, 4, 5 will play Boston. I thought I read the rules changed.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now on Fox. So it's Cavs versus the 8th seed, winner of playing. And then Celtics versus 7, winner of playing. Knicks versus Bucks, Pacers versus Pistons. Bro, I think the Pistons are going to beat the Pacers. The Knicks are going to beat the Bucks. Although, I don't know. I don't know.
Bucks are in trouble. Bucks don't got Dame. Bucks don't have I think they may get what's his name back? Porter. Is it Porter? No.
I'm more concerned about the Bucks' future.
Yeah.
In terms of Giannis. That's what I'm more concerned about.
He's out of there, dude.
I don't want to.
He's gonna want it out of there.
But you know what? I'll say this. Let me digress a moment. I know we're talking about the Cavs and we're about to end this, but to me, if Giannis leaves there, I want him with the Knicks so bad. I want him in New York. They got to find a way to make that happen. Because if he goes there and wins a chip with the Knicks, legend cemented. Legend cemented. Like I want a superstar that's not afraid to go play in Madison Square Garden. I don't know what it is about these dudes not wanting to go play with the Knicks, because whoever is the superstar that can bring the Knicks a championship, that they are going to be a legend in the NBA forever and ever. Knicks haven't won a title in 73.
I mean, they're going to build. They're going to be the first team to have a statue built while they're playing.
Facts.
First player to have a statue built while they're playing.
You're right. Yeah.
That's gonna be amazing. Yeah.
But back to the Cavs, man. I don't believe the Cavs can make it out of the East. It just seems like something's missing. And to what Snead said a while back, a few weeks ago, if Porzingis is playing and the Cavs have to run into the Celtics, they're not gonna beat them. Porzingis is just a difference maker for that team. Now, again, he's always yeah. But when he's playing, man, he causes a lot of havoc.
Do you think without Porzingis, so you'll have Al Horford at the 5?
Mm-hmm.
You think that will be a good matchup for Jared Allen at the 5?
I think Jared Allen will eat that food, man. Al Horford, 57 years old, man. You talking about him trying to make it through a whole playoff? Like I mean, obviously he's keeping himself in great shape, but
yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and open up this phone line, man. I know Edward wants to get in here. Edward, go ahead and call first, and then we'll take 2 more after that. Edward, go ahead, brother.
I'm trying to read the order.
Yes, sir, fam.
Yeah, what's going on, fellas?
Man.
Hey, look, I'm gonna make this very quick and brief. Number one, hey, Transformer, don't put me out like that, bro. That was a long time ago, man. I'm a changed man. Don't get me wrong, I still knock them off, but you know how they go. But let's. But for real though, so I saw ask y'all in chat, Bruce. Are y'all gonna do like a playoff bracket, whatever? So who's gonna be who matching up against? Yeah, are y'all gonna do that?
Like once it's all set?
Yeah,
we'll do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do that.
And Lakers winning it all. Yeah, it's gonna be completely biased. I'll let you know now.
Oh, I was like, what? What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now. Okay, so let me say this: Ime Udoka, Bruce, he should be winning Coach of the Year. No. I pick him over. You don't think so?
No, man. I mean, he should be up there, but I don't see how anybody could not vote for JB Bickerstaff. I don't know how.
Yeah, that's true. But also Houston, they was having a bad season last year too.
No doubt, but not as bad as what you call it?
Detroit.
Right, yeah. And Houston was balling, no doubt about it. So I mean, yeah,
Detroit was definitely bottom of the barrel last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like getting curb stomped, but they had like 2 15-game losing streaks in the same season. Like it was just bad, bro. Awful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now about the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, both of y'all, if they play, if it's said right now they play Orlando, what makes y'all think that it's going to be easy? I agree with you, Bruce. I don't think it's going to be an easy path for Cleveland because last year
I think it
took them
4-2.
7 games.
Mm-hmm.
It took them to game 7 to beat them.
Yeah, I think they can do it in 6, but they're not gonna blow them out. Like it's gonna be tough.
I can see that, and then also now I'm gonna tell you what would be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
The Pacers going against the Detroit Pistons.
In the 4-5.
Started off.
Yeah, I agree.
And then also now with Giannis, and I hear y'all talk about Giannis leaving Milwaukee. I think that could happen because hey, Kareem Abdul, he did it. He said he wanted out. He left.
They had no problem with stopping nothing. He went to the lake.
Well, would you look at that? You are making a historical reference. Congrats, Edward. I like that, man.
Hey, Bruce, hey, man, come on, bro. I let you shine early today, dog. Come on, man.
I'm just saying, man, you always get on me about, when I make my historical references. So
hey, I'm still waiting on the invitation to the museum, bro. But anyway. But let me say this though. Now on the West, now how would y'all feel about the Clippers making it?
They can. They're sitting at number 6.
No, I'm looking at it right now. They're number 8. You know how the West.
The Clippers?
One game. Yeah, they're number 8 right now.
Lakers, Memphis. It should be the Clippers.
No, Minnesota's number 7. The Clippers are number 8.
Who's number 6?
Golden State.
Oh, they must be like one game. It must be like that situation.
Golden State is 9. Okay, Memphis is 19 games back. Golden State is 19 and a half games back. Minnesota's 20 games back. The Clippers are 20 games back.
That's why. I literally just saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why. Okay.
The Rockets are sitting at number 2, bro.
And the only reason I said the Clippers is because, hey, they got a good defense going on right now. They got Jeff Van Gundy coaching up. The defense. Who knows that, hey, Ty Lue might be gone. Who said he might come up for a coaching job? You don't think so?
Nah, man. Ty Lue. They would be stupid to let Ty Lue go with all the injuries he has faced and how well he has coached this team over the years. Nah, man.
Hey, I know that, Bruce, but I'm saying, Jeff Van Gundy wasn't no slouch neither back in your day.
But you know what, Edward? Okay. No, Jeff Van Gundy was not a slouch, man. But you ain't have to add that back in your day. Like, I'm 137 years old. I'm not that much older than you, man. But anyway, go ahead.
Bro, hey, look, man. At the end of the day, man, you there. But call about that, man. I mean, Cleveland. I can take them serious in the first round, but second round, they is not, especially with Donovan Mitchell. He disappears sometimes too. Because look, when they played twice against OKC, he was a no-show.
Okay.
He was a no-show. He be causing games too. Donovan Mitchell, yes, Spidey Mitchell. He does cause games.
All right. Well, there you go.
So
you got anything else?
Yeah, man. No, man, that's all, man. I'm gonna keep. Like I said, I'm gonna rewatch the. I'm gonna rewatch after playback.
All right, bro.
All right, man. All right, B, love you, man.
Yeah, you too, bro.
All right, Edward, appreciate you, fam. Mike, I saw you calling, man. Go ahead and call us back, man. Let's take your call. Call us
There's
back,
no
Mike.
definite answer on that. I've been trying to find a definite answer.
On
the higher
seed?
seeds. Yeah, like in the second round, the higher seeds, like do they play the lower seed?
They might reseed. I don't know. What's up, Mike?
What it do, family? Y'all all right, man?
Yeah, maintain, bro.
Sure.
Hey, man. Hey, I really want to call in early about this Stephen A. and LeBron situation. I missed that call, but hey, man, I think all this, I ain't gonna put it cussing, but that's them folks getting rich out there right now, man.
Oh, yeah. Definitely getting paid off of it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even think them folks beefing for real. I really don't even think they beefing for real. But I think them folks probably called each other at night and talking about it.
Yeah, you might be right, man. Who knows, man? All calculated. Who knows?
Yeah, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think OKC going all the way either. But I just think they have a good regular season right now. I ain't gonna even start. I really think Golden State probably eliminate them folks.
Golden State?
Yeah, I think
that'll be a great matchup. I honestly do think that. I think about it.
You said what now?
I think that'll be a great matchup. Because this will show, because this is my belief about OKC. This is why I don't think they're gonna make it all the way. A lot of the teams that they gotta face to get there have multiple stars. SGA is the only one.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You're right, but clearly they have figured out how to play well around that. And
during the regular season. So that's game to game.
I'm saying. You see, Y'all gonna be different, bro. I ain't gonna act like it, bro.
Well, I mean,
I don't think they're gonna win no 7-game series, man. I don't think I just can't see it. If they go against Golden State, I think Golden State put them out though for sure.
We'll find out. They went to the conference semis last year. I want to assume they learned from that, but yeah, we'll definitely find out.
Yeah, man.
Who did they beat last year? Do you know?
You said who now?
No,
Who did OKC beat in the first and second round last year?
You know they got put out by Minnesota last year.
No, but Dallas.
Yes.
Dallas put them out last year.
Yeah, Luka put them out last year, though.
Yeah, Luka put foots in them. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, he did for
Yeah, I can see Lakers putting them out, though. I'm gonna be real, though. I can see Lakers putting them out, though, bro. To be honest.
Got Luka.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't trying to hear none of that, man.
I know you're not, but you're gonna hear it.
Yeah, no.
wait till you see this bracket next year. I mean,
man, I'm just speaking facts, though. I just say that. And then I think, I don't know, Cleveland may beat Boston. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not seeing that.
We don't talk too dirty.
I'm not seeing that, Mike. But no, Cleveland is an outstanding team, man. It can happen. I think these playoffs are going to be really, really good, man. I'm looking forward to watching.
Yeah, for sure that. So,
yeah.
I just want to call it, man. You know, holler at our guys, man.
No doubt, man. I appreciate the call, brother.
Hey, remember, man, at the end of the day got to end, man. Y'all be safe, man.
I like that. All right, brother.
The day got to end, bro.
At the end of the day got to end. That's end. Laker Nation, go ahead and give us a call, man. Go ahead and give us a call.
Okay, they beat the Pelicans last year. No Zion. Mm-hmm. I think Zion was there. I think Ingram was out. And then they beat the
Steve. What's up, Steve?
What up, Bruce? What up, Twizzler?
What's happening?
Not much, man. How you feeling, brother?
Semifinals, not the conference finals.
You there?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, it's good to see your face, man. I hope you're feeling better.
I'm feeling much better, brother.
Good. Well, all right. I had to call in. I think Cleveland's going to make it to the Eastern Finals. I think they face Boston. I think they have experience now. This team has a good nucleus. They played enough games together. To say they would beat Boston at full health, I don't think I could go that far. Cleveland can make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Now I have to get. Well, what was the other thing y'all talked about?
With the Cavs?
No, it was something else.
But the Detroit and Minnesota.
Oh yeah, the brawl was the brawl. I really don't got 2 cents on that. I don't really give a shit. But now I got to listen. Now I got to bring up my grievances. All right. First off, how you going to do Deshaun Watson like that, Bruce? How y'all going to slander that man, Twizzler? You know he ain't do nothing wrong.
We are not.
We ain't talk about that though. We didn't talk about that. We're talking about what he did inside that rectangle that they play in.
Your man, Watson is limping around right now on a torn Achilles, so you know
he's gonna come back. I got faith. That man did nothing wrong. I got faith. Now my next grievance.
Yes, sir.
Now, Twizzler, I'm glad you're feeling better, but I got to bring you this heat. I cannot believe how objective you are in this Stephen A. LeBron beef. The way you broke this down and articulated your thoughts, non-biased and objective, I was offended. I thought it was ridiculous. In fact, I filed paperwork to excommunicate you from the cult of LeBron. I am taking a stand. This was nonsense, and it went on live air. We have it recorded. I will show it to the committee, to the cult committee. We are going to ban you. How dare you not twerk at the altar of LeBron? The fact that you would even critique any part that he had in his beat is beyond me. And frankly, it's disgusting. I cannot believe that you objectively use your own critical thinking mind and logic and said those things. Frankly, it's heresy. I don't know what else to do.
There you go. Steve's telling you how it is, see?
I had to call in and give my grievances because it was disgusting.
I do apologize to you, Sir Splendor. I do apologize.
It's too late. I signed the paperwork.
No, 16th chapter. Don't do that to me.
You're at the excommunicada.
Excommunicado.
You done?
I'm done.
I'm wick on you.
Hey, look, I'm out of the church. I can't come back to the church no more.
Oh no, you're banned. You're done for. I already talked to the higher ups. I sent him the stream. It's all out there, bro. You messed up. You didn't even twerk.
I did, man.
You broke the third commandment. How you?
How dare I? You know what? I'll rescind everything I said, bro. Stephen A was wrong. Brom was right. He was right, bro. I tried.
In all seriousness, you did break that down really well.
You did a great job.
I called in during the debate with Bruce and Brucey, and I said a lot of the things that you were saying. Not that you cherry picked my ideas, but like I agree with you. I thought you broke it down real objectively.
Yeah, he did.
And you used logic. I actually, and I said honestly, good for you standing up, using your own damn will and your free thinking mind. Like you don't have to bow to anybody. Shit, that's crazy. Emotionally invest yourself in the twerking of LeBron. I just can't believe it.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little thrown away at the response I got. I'm like, wait, what? I gotta think a certain way now.
Everybody in the chat. This is why you don't drink the Kool-Aid. This is why cults are dangerous. You saw it in real time. Do not join the cult. It's bad. Anyway, listen, I'm going to get off here. Let somebody else call in. I'm glad you're feeling better, Twizzler. Bruce, always, it's a pleasure. Y'all stay blessed.
Absolutely. Hey,
appreciate it, man. Always 16th. Always.
Laker Nation, we're waiting for you. Give us a call, Laker Nation.
How dare I?
How dare you?
How dare I?
You must be crazy.
I'm stupid. I've renounced my Lakernism. I'm no longer Laker. Boston hiring? Boston hiring over there?
Always got room for those who want to accept the truth.
No, I'm talking about Boston seafood. My bad. Not.
Laker Nation, what's up, man?
It's Boston seafood.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on, Laker Nation?
Welcome back to the land of the living, Transformer.
That's good.
I'm glad to be alive, brother.
Man, with the way we was eating those L's, I was feeling sick too.
We have took some bad losses, man. We took some bad losses over the last 2 weeks, man. What, 4-8? I think 4-8.
Goodness.
Shout out to Steve, man. Bruce, how you gonna let me try to follow that up, man? What's wrong with you?
What you want me to do, man? I told you to call. Steve beat you to it, man. I had to take it. Pause.
But
hey,
I got one grievance for you, Transformer, as a fellow Laker.
Okay.
How you go say we gonna win the championship after you watch that Chicago Bulls debacle with all those turnovers by the greatest basketball player to ever walk this earth?
Easy.
How we go?
It's the 70th game in the NBA season.
Championship. How we gonna win the championship if we can't inbound the ball?
One play and you already off the wagon, bro. That's what it takes. It just takes one play and you done.
sound about right to me.
There's 82 games in the season. That man talk about one play.
Come on, Transformer.
Listen, bro. I believe.
All the time. How we gonna get past that with the greatest basketball player to ever? This man is better than Jordan.
Oh, here you go.
Here you go.
Here you go. Oh my
this man is a GOAT.
Only Steve can be Steve, bro. Stop trying to be Steve, all right?
I'm trying to be Steve. I'm asking you a legit question.
Easy. When the playoffs happen, Bron James and Luka Doncic turn into a different animal. I'm not going to let one inbound pass be the reason why I jump off the bandwagon of my team. No, absolutely not.
Hey,
I think we match up well against everybody in the league.
Hey, I got to bring you back in, man. You've been I gotta make sure you're 100% back feeling good, man. I gotta troll
You
you.
gotta test me a little bit. Test the waters.
Man, I gotta make sure you didn't lose a step. But you get on the injured list and you come back, sometimes you're gonna be yourself.
Like LeBron?
Gotta make sure. Hey man, you can't talk about the GOAT like that. That's the GOAT.
Y'all gonna leave me alone, man.
You gonna have somebody call you personally, man, and scream at you for 2 hours, man. Don't disgrace the name of the GOAT.
Oh boy, I'm quick to hang up the phone.
I'm not gonna talk about that Stephen M thing. I'm tired of talking about that. But let's talk about the UFC fight that happened in Detroit.
Oh, I'm about to say UFC fight happened in Detroit.
Right, you're like, what is he talking about?
I'm trying to think too. I'm like, who fought, man?
I'm talking about the shoving match that happened in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think y'all mentioned something about them falling into the fans and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But basketball is the only sport where they allow the fans to be in arm's length of the talent.
Right.
Like they courtside, that's what makes going to a basketball game unique than any other event. Because if you courtside, you interacting with the players.
Yeah,
agree.
I mean,
also because it's not a sport to where like football. Like if you get tackled, like you can go into the sideline. If you're in hockey, you can get bullied into the sideline. Like the NBA, it's more of an up and down. Like you're going in one direction the whole way. There's no like harm involved typically when it comes to a player that goes out of bounds. So I can see why. Like baseball, you're definitely not wanting to be in the first row because if that ball goes 90 miles per hour and hits a fan, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. So I don't think basketball is a sport to where it puts a fan in harm's way by being too close.
yeah, sometimes you get them diving into the stands and all that, but to y'all point, it's one thing about a player diving for a loose ball or something like that. That's why you get courtside seats. But it's another thing if you're pushing and shoving and you fall onto a fan,
mm-hmm.
something like that. That's totally something different. These are huge guys. You got guys that are like pushing 300 pounds. 2 of them falling on you, that's going to do some damage. And it's bad if Mr. John Smith, you fall on there and he tears his ACL and he can't go to work and support his family. And like you got what homeboy say on the Jamie Foxx show? What's the old man's name? What was his line? Yeah, the famous line. Big ass.
Julius? Hey, what was it?
I'm got I think it's Jared something.
I thought it was like Junior or something like that. It was something with a J or a G.
But his famous line was "big ass lawsuit."
Oh yeah, that check gonna be stupid fat, bro. It's definitely gonna be stupid fat, and that's why as a commissioner, you're gonna come down on these boys because you're like, yo, look, I'd rather spend y'all 10 games and have to figure out how to pay these fans $100 million. I can easily just let y'all sit for 10 games. That's not $100 million worth of money.
You better go in the archives and look at how David Stern handled it, because boy, he was dealing with brawls every year. Yeah. And those fines and those suspensions David Stern put down were steep, and it hurt playoff series, and it hurt season. So I don't think Adam Silver's gonna. Yeah, I'm outside because But I don't think Adam Silver is gonna, hit him that deep. But if he doesn't want this to be a trend, even though it's good to see because we love to see these young guys starting to compete and get some rivalries going.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to watch on TV, but at the end of the day, we don't want somebody who came just enjoy a game, leave on the stretcher.
Yeah, that's true. Nah, that's
so to keep that under control. He's gonna have to have some discipline, and shit. Who knows? A 10-game suspension might not be enough.
But I think that's the standard because that's what that matches well with what they've done in history. When fights get into the fans, I mean, when fights make their ways into the fans, the players all involved, they pretty much get like 10 games. Only when I think Melo got like 15 or something like that because he was like throwing punches. Like it was different for him. So he was throwing punches like tussling and getting into the fans. Then I think they all got 10 games per the last incident. Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody was throwing punches, which I think that's going to save them.
Yeah. And like to Bruce's point earlier, that the fact that the season is about to end. So now if you do give him a 10-game suspension, you got the play-in that's involved and you got the playoffs that's involved. So it won't be fair, but I get it. But I think they want to be transparent.
It's gonna hurt Minnesota. They got more people out.
That's true. Key pieces.
It's gonna hurt them, and because they can miss the play-in completely.
Yeah.
But the last thing, we were talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think they're gonna be fine. I think they're gonna be fine. The only true test they're gonna have in the East is Boston, and it's like which Boston team gonna show up? Is it gonna be the championship level Boston, or is it gonna be the 3-point contest on Boston Celtics that plays on defense?
Nah, we know who they are. We know who's gonna show up.
We know who they are.
Because we know which Cleveland team goes. I think they got a chip on their shoulder. I think they want to show, they want to get out of LeBron's shadow.
I think so.
They want to stamp their own identity.
Yeah.
And bringing home a chip would do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would.
It won't be LeBron's team, LeBron's town anymore.
I don't see him winning the chip though, but I see him.
He deserves. Say it again.
I don't see him winning the chip at all, but I do see them being formidable. I mean, be honestly speaking, I don't like Boston, but I think Boston beats them. But I think Cleveland has a better chance.
With the purple and gold every year.
Huh?
I don't want nobody to win the chip but the Lakers every year.
Oh, I'm not talking about winning the chip. I'm talking about winning in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, the Lakers ain't over there. Boston was over here. I want them out in the first round.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't want Boston in there at all. I want them to
that eliminating the play-in team.
But I'm gonna be objective. It's Lakers in 5, but I'm gonna be objective. If they can get back to what they were before they went on that 4-game slump, then I think they can get to the finals. And and I'm not gonna sleep on the young guys. I have one bone to pick with you, Transformer, but I'm not going to debate this all night.
I'll let you have it. Go ahead.
You said that because other teams have stars that they're going to give OKC trouble. But this is the most complete team in the NBA. They are better than they were last year.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, they got their experience. And I think that experience is a huge deal. I think they learned from their mistakes last year, and I don't think nobody's going to cook them and run through them. They too deep. I mean, yes, playoffs, they shorten their rotation, but come on, nobody's team's top 8 is more complete than theirs. They can throw anybody out there off their bench, and they don't lose a step. So, and if they win all the rest of their games, they're gonna get up. They're gonna win 70. If they don't lose anymore.
63.
But I think the Lakers gonna get one. So I don't think they're gonna get 70.
Yeah, they're not gonna get 70.
But
they might.
Because remember we used to say the same thing about the other OKC team when they had KD and Harden in them.
Mm-hmm.
What happened when those battles when Kobe was kicking their butts? They learned from him and they turned the table and they made it to the finals. So that's the only thing about young guys. Young guys, they got that youth. I say ignorance when it comes to like veterans. I think when they go through losses like that, sometimes they overthink. Young guys, they just put their head down and keep going. So young guys are easier to coach.
Yeah,
and I think they're gonna be all right. But I agree, SG ain't gonna get those calls in the playoffs. But I think they're gonna be all right.
We shall see.
How are we doing against Houston right now? I don't got the game on.
Are we?
Last time I saw, we was down by 4.
Tied at halftime, 48.
Yeah.
Oh, we caught. All right, that's gonna be a dog fight. We got to get one against them. Get some dudes this year. That's all I got. Glad to see you back on the show. Y'all going back and forth like Stephen A. and Skip. With a little flair. We love to see it.
Yeah.
But good show, guys, and on to the next one.
Yes, sir. On to the next one, bro. Appreciate the call, bro.
Oh, and one more thing, Bruce.
What up?
I think one of your girls is about to enter the transfer portal. One of your players, Olivia something.
Who's that?
Olivia
from Notre Dame.
Oh, I'm not really on I'm a Notre Dame football fan. Specific. I mean, I like Notre Dame women's basketball, but I don't follow them heavy. But so I couldn't tell you.
Scott Diggle.
Yeah. And what's his name? Ron Harper's son declared for the draft.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
we'll see.
Cool beans.
Yep. But I'm gonna let you go, Laker Nation. We're gonna get up out of here, man, and we're gonna wrap this show, man. Appreciate the call, brother.
All right, and like you always say, Bruce, peace.
Peace.
Oh, I thought he said something else.
All right, y'all, we're going to leave it right there. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you so much for welcoming my main man, Transformer, back to the show. We appreciate all that. Wasn't the same without him, but now we're back in business.
Yes, sir. All
right. So we're gonna say good night to y'all, and we will catch up with you Wednesday. Have a wonderful one. Be safe, and we out. Peace.